dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with topdressing.com. Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's superior craftsmanship and timeless design. Right now, get $300 off all windows or $825 off patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires April 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Rise and shine, Google. It's go time on a Thursday morning. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Jaguars off-season program has begun. Man, sports fandom can sure make you cynical, can it? Morning, E.T.
Sup,
How we doing today, E.T. out running late, seeing concerts and the like.
Hanging out.
First time in the Florida Theater, you told me.
Yeah.
That's kind of old school.
Oh, definitely.
Good little vibe. What'd you see, R&B?
Yeah, Jagged Edge was in the building.
There you go.
Meet me at the altar with your white dress. Is that type of vibe.
That's my guy. That's a good vibe. I'm down. Back to the cynical side of me. As I said, the Jaguars have opened their off-season program, and so yesterday they paraded the head coach and then the offensive and defensive leaders in front of the microphone to the podium to give kind of the State of the Union from their perspective after all of the change this offseason. And yeah, the cynic in me just hears a lot of like the Charlie Brown classroom response. Yeah, with all due respect, I get their excitement and the new look and this question, and they have to be asked, and I will play some of the answers for you. But man, 4 or 5 years in, I'm not much into what Trevor's footwork is. I'll just assume you can amble your way around the pocket, maybe put some passes on target, and the offense can get rolling. Right? I mean, ramping up. If the NFL calendar year, even though the draft brings some excitement, I'm not as big a draftnik as some of you are out there. I understand the importance of it. I'm certainly interested in it, but I'm not like, it's not a big, like, can't miss, must-see TV weekend for me. Click in at the top. I want to see who the Jaguars take. Go to bed. Hopefully there's no trade. If there is, plenty of time to review. I'll click in on the Jags picks. I'm not tracking who's still left. I'm not doing all that. Trust these guys to pick the right guys. But to my point, if the NFL calendar year were on DVR, I'd fast forward to September right now. I deal without the ups and downs of mini camps and roster cuts and draft and preseason schedules. And let's play ball, man. Especially when it comes to that quarterback, number 16. This reason and that, this rationale and the other. I mean, it's time. Immediate results, not a year to learn nothing. You're the number one pick. Let's get this offense going. Got to address receiver in the first couple of rounds. The more I grind on it. No, we got to go get a guy that can, mimic what Brian Thomas Jr. was able to do as a rookie. We got to fortify that pass game. I know that we've done the groundwork, the floor work with the offensive line. But do you, like, as you sit here and you contemplate the upcoming season, do you look at an offensive line that you feel is way better? Y'all feel that? You feel that, AT?
Way better.
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Now, did we have an offensive line that needed to be way better? I'd say, yeah. I'd say our offensive line needed to be way better. There's a lot of moving parts here, right? There's new coaching. There's new line schemes. You have a new center that hopefully, even though he was benched his final year for a rookie in Tampa, that doesn't send too loud of a signal. But I think we kind of learned that Trevor, without the help, I mean, you can only say for so long he doesn't have the help. It's either got to be better than the help he has or the help's got to get better. And so that's why I just want to fast forward. I want to see the product. I want to see the edges smoothed out and the two-a-days over and the wonk ceased until I can cue it up Monday morning with a Prosser passion observation right off the bat. Yeah, give you a little PPO to get the season started. But to that end, they didn't meet the media yesterday. I'll tell you what the guys down there are thinking as they get going here on 2025. There's the clearest path for the Jaguars, I believe, doesn't involve what they've done this offseason. It's just simply the division they sit in. You can't get better quick in this division, then I can't help you. It is a wobbly division at best. Certainly Houston with back-to-back division titles has earned the crown as king, but it's a wobbly throne, man. The Texans don't feel like they got any better this offseason. What were they, a 10-win team last year? 10-7 maybe? I don't know, 11-5? I don't know. They didn't exactly inspire fear. Decent team. There's a bunch of decent teams in the division. The Jags can be that decent team, and evidence of that was how close they played everyone last year. When we circle back next segment, though, we'll get into this offseason, the mindset, I'd say. A lot of change for these guys, you know. On the other side of my mouth to what I just said about Trevor, there is the reality that he's just been put in the grinder. I mean, they're clicking every box on, you know, how to stunt the progress of a young quarterback. Multiple coordinators and coaches and a bad line and, you know, just average receiving, really, to this point. I mean, in their heyday, their best year, it was Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Marvin Jones. Let me know how those guys do next year. It wasn't that long ago. So, anywho, we will let you hear what Trevor has to say. Foye Oluokun met the media yesterday, and, of course, head coach Liam Cohen on what his expectations are and just what he's seen to this point. By the way, we're in a voluntary stretch of the season, but, you know, especially with a new coach, I would imagine that attendance is pretty close to 100%. Emotional scene last night in Dallas. It's another exclamation point to the colossal mistake that the Mavs made. And the obvious now, with each passing day, it becomes more and more obvious that the fix is on in the NBA. I don't know how or why or what backroom deal was scratched out, but for Luka Doncic to wind up with the LA Lakers stinks to high hell. It just does. You're a Laker fan, and God bless you, you got Luka. It doesn't make a lick of sense. It doesn't make any more sense today than it did the day the deal was made. Not a lick. And, buddy, that GM in Dallas is going to go down in infamy as one of the most hated sports figures in that city's history, and that's saying a lot. This guy is the clownery of all clowns. He has a PhD in clown. He may as well show up and stand in the tunnel and watch his basketball team with a big red wig and a foam rubber nose. Clown. Pre-game last night, Luka made his return to Dallas as a Laker, and he was overcome. They gave him, obviously, a rounding ovation, as they should. Luka didn't do anything. He's as shocked as they are at the incompetence of their bumbling, fumbling clown of a GM. And the seedy, dark side of the league that will never be fully exposed. But they place one of the league's best players in Los Angeles, the league's top market, because the league's current top star is running out of gas. And as great as LeBron is playing, 3 years from now, Luka will be in his prime and the Lakers will be the Lakers. And Nico the Clown, God only knows what G League team he'll be the assistant GM for. Goodness only knows. So it's pregame last night before the introductions, and Luka's on the bench, and they're getting ready to announce him into the starting lineup, and the fans are just filling that joint with love. I mean, filling it. And Luka can't have another second. The dude just breaks down, man. It was hard. And what did he do? And by the way, they cheered every bucket. Cheered every bucket of a 15-point loss to the visiting hated Lakers. Torched them for 45, 30 in the first. That's what he did.
We knew he was going to do it, too.
Yeah, 31 in the first, 45 overall, any and all manner of shots. And meanwhile, the chant rang out loud and often. Fire Nico! Fire Nico! The final sentence in this book of scandal will be written when, because the league made this happen, that clown Nico gets a job with another team when he's inevitably fired here. Because you can't do what that dude did and have any team in the league look at you with any kind of eye towards, yeah, I'd like to have him in my organization. So when he lands somewhere else, that'll be just the final little wink from the league. Wink. Can't wait till they somehow end up with Cooper Flagg. That'll be fun. Who's the best player in 3 years? Go identify him. Put money on him in a Laker uniform. Lakers went into Dallas last night on an emotional night for Luke. He finally got it together, but pregame was rough on him and the fans, like I said. And they love that dude. I was out in San Antonio for a wedding when that trade kind of broke. It broke right before I went out there. And the groom is a Dallas kid. He's from Dallas. Huge Mavs fan. Like, and has been for years. Like, Mavs over Cowboys. Like, huge basketball fan. He and his dad, father of the groom. Oh, they were reeling, man. Luka was loved. Not liked. Not appreciated. They loved that dude. Apparently, he loved Dallas. Fire Nico. Can I still bask 3 days later, E?
Bask on my
Can I
butt.
bask a little bit, sir? Just a little bask a little bit in my Gators. It looks like this Xavier Lee, who is the best point guard still available in the portal. I think I read he was ranked like the number 40 overall prospect, number 8 in the portal. If Todd Golden has taught us anything, trust his scouting eye, not whatever dude is ranking portal players. Because when he went and got the guys that he got in the portal who have been so important, they weren't the number one guy in the portal. They weren't the, $1 million NIL guys. Or Will Richard. It was Walter Clayton Jr., who was a good player, but it's not like he was, it was St. John's in Florida. Elijah Martin was an afterthought to some of the dudes in his own transfer portal class, including John L. Davis, who went to Arkansas. So I will trust this in the portal for sure. And you can say the Gators are getting a late start. I'm not buying it. And Todd Golden said all the right things on the March 4, that all their interest and intensity and focus is on this current team. They deserve that. And that's true. They got that. They also got the Natty. But if you don't think that inroads weren't being made, at least contact being made with some portal targets, then come on, man. Just want a national championship. Natty champions don't just, take it as it comes. So I trust that Todd Golden's got a few guys in his sights. If Condon and Houck stay, and I believe they will, that veteran front court is going to make them underrated when the season begins. They're going to look so much at what they've lost in that backcourt, and rightly so. And another year of development for Houck and Condon. Oof, those guys can pass, man. They can move. They can run that offense through the top of the key with centers that can pass the ball, forwards that can pass the ball. You got a couple of returning guards. You got a couple of top recruits. Go get 3 or 4 in the portal. I see no reason why this team couldn't revive the magic just with a different cast of characters. So we shall see. But here's where some of the basking came. I was just kind of in my mind playing through, this is what you do, playing through the tournament and the path that the Gators took. So I'll offer this perspective up, this basking moment as a Daily's double take. I was booking it in today. I wasn't able to stop at the dash and get my coffee. So as soon as we go to break, I'm sprinting down the hall and getting that stuff brewed up here. But you don't do that. You stop by to get some delicious locally sourced coffee this morning. Go ahead and order you up a couple of biscuits. But here's the Daily's double take. I was thinking about these poor Big 12 teams. Here's what I mean. In the Sweet 16, Texas Tech was playing Arkansas. Remember Arkansas had that huge 18-point lead or whatever it was? Second half. Texas Tech was dead in the water, right? Charged all the way back, earned a date with Florida, and then proceeded to open a big lead themselves. They led by 9 points with 2.5 minutes left. They blew the lead, lost the game, Gators to the Final Four. Now fast forward. Houston, in their Final Four game, trails Duke by 14, middle of the second half. Charge all the way back, win the game, earn a date with Florida, where they have the Gators beat, up 12. And Florida charges back to win. And what about the roller coasters for those two fan bases who faced certain elimination, miraculously pulled it out, rode that momentum to certain victory until it was snatched away from them? That's why it was good to be on the Gator side, where, 3 of the 6 games you felt like they were losing. And they never did. Basking over. We return with some Jags talk and more. Get you rolling along here on a custom tree surgeons Thursday. We got Doc Murphy and more. We'll update you on the injury situation. Not going to be a real fun day for E. We're going to start parsing through some wheel options. And I don't think going to an R&B concert at the Florida Theater will be on there. We're back with more next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Your home for Florida Gators baseball is 1010XL.
Gators and Tigers show their teeth for a weekend series in the Swamp starting tonight. Florida, Missouri at 7 on 1010 AM.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
St. Johns County parents, does your kid have energy to burn? Want them to play a sport for their middle school? Sign up today for the St. John's Middle School Athletic Association. Tackle football, dance, and cheerleading. Who doesn't want their kid to be the next NFL quarterback or dance floor diva? You know how fast your kid can go from playing Xbox to practicing their touchdown dance or sideline cheer? Visit sjmsaa.org. sjmsaa.org.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
If the green jacket fits,
Scheffler outshines them all at Augusta.
Listen for 1010XL Masters updates covered by TopDressing.com and St. John's Middle School Athletic Association.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. Setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cat's Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Best Bet is number one. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
It's kind of like his own private locker, and you're his guest.
Every time we talk, I'm reinvigorated by my love of the game.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Hayes Blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is John Johnson with First Coast Recycling. We buy junk cars. If you have a car or a truck that you're looking to get rid of, then look no further. If you absolutely, positively have to get that car out of there, accept no substitutes. Fast cash is at your fingertips. Just call First Coast Recycling at 904-294-1659 today for a quick and easy quote. Come on, let's take your driveway back.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Pretty special for the YouTube audience right now. Get to see the scurrying behind the scenes around this joint. Man, the Masters just won't catch up with the reality in one segment. And I know how many people, stream regularly now. I get it. Going to your cable or your YouTube TV just to get straight to ESPN.
Well, Jeffrey, that's talent right there.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I mean, here's what he's talking about. I went to make my coffee, and I had to fill it up. I had to run the thing twice. Had to run the Keurig twice. Got the creamer kind of half put in, and then I hear it's coming back from break, so I just grabbed the sugar and brought it with me. Gotta make sure it's okay. Let me see here. What I got here. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, that'll do. But starting the TV coverage at 3 o'clock, man, it's just weak. Just weak sauce. Hey, Augusta. Put it on at 7 o'clock in the morning. Can you just give us from first tee to last hole out coverage of the Masters?
What's the point of starting at 3?
There's no more exclusivity, gang. It used to be worse, man. For my whole childhood, you didn't see any of the front 9 at Augusta. You didn't see, even the final round. You didn't see the final round. They'd pick things up on the 11th hole. Yeah, the golf would come on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not kidding. It wasn't that long ago. So just the fact that once you get to the weekend, they'll expand the coverage and you will see first tee to final championship action. And listen, there's ways starting this morning. You can stream, through the ESPN Plus, I think it is, or maybe Masters or wherever. And I understand that more and more people are in line, myself included, are in line with that and know how to do it. But you still just offer the easy convenience and overall much better quality. Although I suppose if you're sitting at home, most of you would just stream it through your TV anyway. Anywho, just a smile. You're a younger guy, but you feel what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, yes.
Why are you putting it on ESPN? I mean, let's be honest. What I'm doing here.
Put that thing on regular TV, man.
This is all just a complaint that I can't put it up on TV here this morning while we're doing the show. First tee time this morning, I believe, is at 7:45, I want to say. Let me pull up the tee times and see what we got going here this morning. Man, I reviewed last year's Masters to kind of refresh myself on what went down 1 year ago up there between the azaleas. And golf is a fleeting sport, man. There was a dude who was heavily engaged in the leaderboard all weekend, pulled into a tie in the final round, like on hole 9 or 10. Ultimately, Scheffler pulled away. Pulled away, and he won last year's Masters by 4. And Ludwig Oberg, in his first majors appearance, finished alone in second. He was 4 shots back. But for much of the day, Max Homa was in the conversation. Max Homa can't hit a golf ball, man. Can't hit a golf ball. Can't make a cut. I mean, a year ago, his arrow pointed up was just, who knew where Max Homa was going? Backwards is the answer. It is a fleeting sport, man. Guys can be so good, and that's why even the greats. I mean, at the end of the day, Rory is a great. Scheffler is a great. There are greats. They may not be all-time greats, and maybe they will be. I don't know, but yeah, they're better than good. These guys who never go away, never go off and are unheard of for 3 or 6 months or for 3 or 6 years in some cases, never have a string where they're missing cuts, never play tournaments and regularly finish 36th and then 48th and 70th. They're just up there around firing at pins and finishing top 5, top 10, winning tournaments every year, contending in the majors. And this one sets up just at it as far as the state of golf, man, it sure sets up like a Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy showdown. And not necessarily that they duel it out for 72 holes, but just from the standpoint of trying to pick a winner, it sure seems like it'd be one of those two, doesn't it? The way they're playing, how good they are, and the fact that there's nobody super hot right now. There's no one who's, just grabbed you with his recent play or there's the live guys. Those guys are kind of the wild card, aren't they? John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, really good guy. DeChambeau was another one, was at the top of that leaderboard just about all last year. He led after round 1, and so he was in contention. I would imagine he would be again this week. Where is Koepka? Koepka's head seems to be like, man, this was a huge mistake. I wish I was back here with these guys. Keep reading those kinds of unconfirmed reports of wishing he was out of live and wants to be back on tour. I think I saw he played a practice round with Fred Couples, who has been critical of Koepka during this whole live PGA split, especially back in the beginning. But, Koepka made his entire reputation here by gearing up and playing his best golf in these majors. It's Koepka that has more major titles than Dustin Johnson or Bryson DeChambeau or Scottie Scheffler or maybe Rory McIlroy for that matter. Close. So the Masters gets underway just a little bit later this morning. Par 3 contest yesterday was won by Echeverria, which is not a great thing because no par 3 winner has ever won the Masters itself. ET, did you see any highlights from the par 3?
No, I didn't.
Oh, man, you'd like it. It had tugged at you. I put the over-under at 3.5 on holes in 1, at least according to the highlight package, and I imagine they showed them all. There were 3 yesterday. Yeah, there were 3 yesterday. Echeverria wins, but there was Rory let his youngest daughter come out and quote-unquote try a putt. It was at the top of a hill. It was about, 20 or 30 footer. He's playing it with Shane Lowry. He's probably his best friend on tour. And his little daughter just touches the ball. It's not like she lined it up or took a putting stroke. She was side straddled to the thing, just barely touched the ball, and it trickled and trickled and it rolled and it picked up speed and it went in the hole and the whole place went crazy and Lowry's going crazy and the little girl's just standing there well, yeah, what did I do?
She don't even realize what she
probably
did.
more scared than anything. Y'all told me what? I'm a toddler here. You told me hit ball in. Okay.
See, ball hit.
And then suddenly everyone's screaming. I mean, my God, she's probably petrified.
No, I did hear something. Did somebody get a double eagle yesterday?
Well, if they did, it would have been a practice round because on the par 3 tournament, you can't get it. It's impossible to get a double eagle on a par 3.
Explain that to me. Double eagle.
A double eagle would be if you were 3 under par on a hole. It's also called an albatross. There's another
the albatross.
Yeah, the albatross would be the terminology. 1 under par is a birdie, 2 under par is an eagle, and the very, very rare, because the albatross is so rare, 3 under par on a hole. So that would be if you got a 2 on a par 5, or if you made a hole in 1 on a par 4, you'd be 3 under par on a single hole, and that would be the albatross.
Gotcha.
All right, you got if there is a guy who maybe fits the mode of a outside of Rory and Scheffler. The problem is this guy's played good, but he hadn't closed tournaments. But Morikawa's game has been in pretty good shape, hadn't it?
He's been playing good.
Yeah, it feels like Colin Moore. Was he picked in our brunch for the tour?
I'll tell you here in a second.
The tour may have picked him. But that might not be a bad spot for you. Mickelson goes basically 10 o'clock, 9:58 this morning. Koepka's 12:50.
Oh, yeah, Dan picked him.
Dan picked him. Yeah, Dan loves him some Colin Morikawa. You got, let's see, Xander Schauffele, 101. Rory McIlroy goes at 112. Bryson DeChambeau, 123. John Rahm, 134. Did I say Scheffler? Where's he going? How do you give the list of tee times and you're not? Oh, Scheffler tees off at 10:15. He was part of the paragraph that led into it. All right, I've gone overboard on the Masters. Come back with some Jag Sound, quick football fix. Hicken arrival just around the corner. Doc Kevin Murphy in the 7 o'clock hour. It's a custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Scotty Scheffler is a 4-1 favorite to win the Masters at Augusta National. Minus 120 to finish in the top 5. Minus 250 to finish in the top 10. And minus 1,800 to make the cut. Rory McIlroy plus 650, plus 130 top 5, minus 165 top 10, minus 1,100 to make the cut. John Rahm 13-1, Colin Morikawa 18-1. Braves and Phillies at Truist Park today. Atlanta the $1.25 favorite. Philadelphia plus 105, 8 under the total. And the Tampa Bay Rays are $1.35 favorite at home with the Angels plus 114, 8.5 under the total at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Plumbing problem? AC acting up? Septic tank trouble? Don't waste time calling 3 different companies. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. We offer plumbing, septic, and air conditioning services, making it easy for you to work with one trusted company and one simple build. Every department has highly skilled experts trained for the job. For fast, reliable service from a company that does it all the right way, call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
With 50 years of fabrication expertise and towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find Scratch Kitchen that always comes in the clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktail shots, and more. Come on, somebody.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta. No lines? no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Universal Roof and Contracting protects your home and your wallet. Invest in a stronger roof and save big. Right now, get 15% off roof replacement and repairs. Financing's available with monthly payments as low as $115. But this deal ends April 30th. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home at the newly renovated 5-Star Ballpark this week and weekend. Join us tonight for Coors Light Thirsty Thursday and JWB Night. Fireworks tomorrow and Saturday. Fireworks presented by Ascension St. Vincent's on Hip Hop Night. Catch on the field before Family Sunday. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the boat show and see what this Boating Made Simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the boat show this month to learn about Boating Made Simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
The magical basketball ride continues for Gators fans this weekend, and now you can remember all 34 Gators wins with a full-size Season to Remember basketball for only $149.95, featuring scores of every game along with embossed logos, championship history, and more on panels of the ball. Order now. Get one of only 5,000 licensed balls. Call 800-345-2868, 800-345-2868, or visit nikcosports.com.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back on the Custom Tree Surgeons Thursdays. Man, you got any issues with trees, commercial, residential? What a shaped up ship they're running over there at Custom Tree Surgeons, man. A bunch of good dudes do great work. We get a ton of feedback here with another satisfied customer at Custom Tree Surgeons and at CustomTreeSurgeons.com. Somebody had hit me up on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, asking if the captain and I remembered to do the bait bet. And the answer is yes. You want to hear how the bait bet went, E? So here's the bait bet. By the way, score the first 6-pack of ice cold bait. To me, I won the players bait bet against Captain Kev. So yesterday we made this. We'll do the rest of the majors. So his first question was, is Scotty in or out? We're gonna put him in there like any other golfer. Guy hadn't won a tournament. So Kevin had the first pick. He took Scotty. I took Rory and Rahm. He took then he came back with Morikawa and JT, and I went with DeChambeau. So there we have it. I got Rory, Rom, and DeChambeau. He's got Scotty, Morikawa, and Justin Thomas. Pretty good 6, right? Not bad odds that it will come from one of those spots. We've got the rumored release date of the schedule. We're going to get to that in a second in a football fix. But first, as mentioned, the Jaguars met the media yesterday. They've started the offseason workout program. You know, all this focus on the draft. We're a little bit nervous, aren't we, because of what they've done this offseason, right? Veteran, productive, experienced, proven talent was allowed to walk. That happens. And we're kind of still sitting now in limbo, at least from our vantage point, with a roster that really might be not quite as good as the one that ended last year, unless you subscribe to the addition by subtraction, and that's a valid policy to run with, I think, based on how poorly this team has played for longer than a year. It all started really in the second half of 2023, but as to the expectations, they are saying or telling us this isn't all about some slow process to building a winner. Liam Cohen yesterday asked what the mission of the draft is.
In this world that we're in, it's what have you done lately, right? What are you doing in the now in order to show success and to show that we're going in the right direction? So ultimately, we have 10 picks. We're going to lean on some of those guys to play early on, and ultimately we can't be afraid of that, right? We had 3 of them in Tampa last year play and have a lot of success for us. We can't be afraid of that moment and to play some young players. So the goal is to get better quicker, right? With having a vision, so having long sustained success, that's important to us. But at the moment, we're looking at winning right now.
There you go. That's what we want to hear. And you can do that, by the way. Brian Thomas Jr., you don't have to talk about what Tampa did last year. We saw right here, Brian Thomas Jr. was our best player. Rookie. Wide receiver. And, man, if you agree with like the talent graders and evaluators, Jarian Jones was among our best defenders. If you go by them, how hard to declare best defenders on that unit last year. It probably remains those rush-ins who play above league average a lot more than anybody else on that defense, except maybe Foye Oluokun. We'll hear from him in just a second. Liam Cohen was asked a lot about Trevor. He's on a pitch count. It's not his throwing shoulder. He's already out of the sling. They're going to work a lot on his footwork, and these aren't major changes either, but it is something that can kind of key the ability to easily process and move through this offensive game plan and system. As for Trevor, he was asked, do you have any frustration from the fact, listen, Urban Meyer, and then it was Bevel for 3 or 4 games, and then Doug Peterson came in. I got another new head coach. We're on head coach number 3 overall, 4 if you include the interim, that same amount of offensive coordinators. It's not exactly been, a cohesive beginning to his career. His thoughts on that?
It's challenging for sure, but I think we're past that point as far as, I don't know if frustration is the right word, but just starting over is always hard. And obviously, we had a good year in 22, and then things just turned on us over time, unfortunately, and didn't play well enough and didn't win enough games the last 2 years, and we found ourselves in this position. So I think going from that to where we were at, and obviously not having a coach, and now we have Liam, and I'm past that point of feeling like, golly, you got to start over again. But I mean, just to be honest, there is a little bit of that at first, because it is, you're doing it again, and you've done it before, and you've done it a few times. So there's a little bit of that at first, but I think we're way past that. I know guys are really excited. I'm really excited. I'm just excited to learn this system and to dive in and put as much work in as I can to have a great year. And I have a lot of confidence in the group that we have here. I'm sure after the draft, team's going to change even more and what they're doing upstairs and down in the locker room. Like I really believe in what we're doing, and so I think that's where the excitement comes from. Seeing what was said initially and how it's being carried out, I think is exciting for me, because you're seeing that they're doing all the things that you wanted them to do and that they said they'd do from the beginning. So it's exciting.
All right. I don't know if you know this, but for many years, we used to do a segment on this program called Breakfast with Baselli.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the big fella. Yeah, Hall of Famer, former Jaguars offensive lineman. In fact, Tony Baselli, the EVP of the Jaguars, he used to do the show with Dan and I. He was a co-host on the program for a year or two.
It all starts with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Tony's now he's moved on to bigger, greener pastures, right? I mean, here he is now in this new role with the Jags after, look, all Trevor's known Tony as is a Jaguar great and as the guy up in the booth on Sundays. He's certainly spent a lot of time with him outside of it, but he was asked about, what's the relationship now with the new Tony and the energy he brings to that position?
Yeah, I mean, I've known Tony for a while now. Obviously, he has that role, so it's part of his job description for, I wouldn't say just his opinion, but for his input, with the staff, with the team, and he's way more involved than he was before. But I knew we've had brief conversations throughout the years, and I could always tell that Tony had a lot on his mind, for one, and had a lot that, he might not have been in the role to voice all that, but just on our brief interactions, we've had a great relationship, and I feel like could always be honest with him. And we've been very candid with each other over the years. It's been brief, but it's nice seeing him in that role and being a former player and sitting in our seats and how much he cares about this team. That's why he does it. It's a guy that, I wouldn't say it was probably his lifelong dream to be in that role since he was a kid. Like, he's been a player and he wants to see this team be great and this city be better too. And I think that's what's cool about it, is he's doing it from that standpoint, not for any other reason.
Yeah, I'll say it. It is his dream job. And I'll confirm, opinion strong from 71, right? He'll bring one of those strong opinions, by the way, and Tony told us this on the air. In fact, our last official Breakfast with Baselli. He told us, not I think he can, or not if things are right, or not I would bet that he would. He can, not he would. He said he believes Trevor Lawrence will win a Super Bowl as the Jaguars quarterback. Put that on his byline as the new, at least one of the new head honchos in personnel of this football team. The guy near the very top of the chain has told us unequivocally, publicly to y'all and privately, that he thinks Trevor Lawrence, not can, not might, will win the Jaguars a Super Bowl. I hope he's right. Defensive side of the ball, Foye Oluokun, he's not big on all the coaching changes, and he's seen a bunch. He had him in Atlanta. He's come here. He's now found one here already. He admits there are some pros and cons, I suppose, but not a big fan of it. Then again, this defense, man, and you never believe it's you. If you're the athlete out there and you're doing your job and you've seen these guys and y'all practice together and you watch film, you know how good you should be, and sometimes that gets transposed with how good you are, and you're only as good as the points you're allowing, the yards you're giving up, and your record, and all those were terrible. Culture wasn't good either. Late in the year, we got a safety, no longer here, Andre Sisco, basically saying the defense quit during the ball game. Culture seemed to be a problem. Foye Oluokun, one of the real leaders and captains on defense, was asked, did they need a culture change?
We didn't win last year, so I think whatever changes that are coming are accepted, because obviously we didn't play up to the standard that we needed. So whatever was going on, if it's we can't really promise more wins, but obviously we needed maybe a new way to attack the season, a new way to attack the off seasons and stuff. So I think everybody's very accepting of everything new that's in store for us, if that equates to more wins.
All right, Fire the Bandy. We got a football fix. It's brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks. Off to a hot 2-0 start. They'll be back home here in a week and a half, so go online, jacksharks.com. Get your tickets today. It's a fun time. See E.T. do his thing down there as well. And by the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly, and I'll see you on the home course. Best value in golf. T.J. Watt, the Steelers, fantastic rush end. Sparked some rumors with kind of a cryptic social media post. Hard to see as Watt anything but a Steeler. I'm sure they said that about his brother JJ in Houston at one point as well. But on his Instagram, he posted a photo of him in a Steelers uniform holding up two fingers. In other words, peace. So it just makes it look like they had been on some, at least, uneasy terms at one point. I don't know. probably not a whole lot there. Continuing with the football fix, I told you we've got a rumored release date. NFL targeting one of 3 dates in May. This is according to John Breach at CBS. So go ahead if you're getting ready to mark the calendars. It's going to be 13th, 14th, or 15th. Looks like that comes from the NFL VP of Broadcast Planning, Mike North. He was on a podcast this week. That quote has been plucked. And so May 13th, 14th, 15th, quote, that range. We'll go through the futile exercise of looking at that schedule and putting W's and L's next to them, inevitably forecasting more W's than deserved. That must be the offseason. Tyreek Hill's in trouble again. Involved in an apparent domestic dispute with his wife, who's in the process of filing for divorce. They had a, quote, misunderstanding. Gee, I wonder where that could be. Dude's had 7 babies this year. And not with her. But anyway, she said he didn't lay hands. Police saw a bruise on her. He grabbed the baby. It's just out of control, right? I mean,
out of control.
It's not going to end well with Tyreek Hill. I don't want to say, it's not a prediction. It's great remiss, man. I mean, get it together, my man. Bro, when you have all these children and you're you're always in trouble, and your stated goal post-career is to be an adult entertainment star, what you must have to do in the locker room with a guy like that, what that adds to the mix. I mean, it's got to be at least, some sort of impact, not to the positive. The Cowboys have a first. For the first time in league history, a player will wear number 0. This Dallas player, DeMarvion Overshawn. Of course he is. Last name starts with O. The Cowboys mascot wears 00. Well, that's not a conflict with the 0. From 0 to hero in the Hicken Arrival. It's a custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Doc Murphy next hour as well. Up and rolling with you. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL. 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Did you hear that? Hear what?
This isn't real. What is real? How do you define real?
1010XL.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local woman-owned solar company. Did you hear? JEA is raising rates again. With summer right around the corner, those power bills are only going to go up. But with solar, you can take control of energy costs and say goodbye to rising rates. At Clay Solar, we make switching easy and affordable. Stop paying more for power and own it. Visit claysolar.com to schedule a consultation today.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
It's heating up at Ride Now Jacksonville. Get water adventure ready with the 2024 Yamaha AR195 boat. With its supercharged engine, innovative design, and water sports features, the Yamaha AR195 is ready for anything you throw at it. Originally $46,000, now just $36,000. Oversized in-floor storage for wakeboards and extra gear, deck and hull design that maximizes space, comfort, and versatility like no other 19-foot boat. Ride Now Jacksonville on Blanding Boulevard. We'll meet or beat any price on all 2024 and prior models.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WEALTH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey, gang, if you think that you could be encountering troubles with selling your home, I'm here to tell you you're wrong. Thanks to my friends Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com, the local real estate agents that you can know and trust. Call them right now at 904-414-6200. Spring selling season is here. Rates are down. Activity's up. It is a great time to sell your home. If you're having any problems, you shouldn't be. Hiring the experts who can maximize equity and minimize hassle, that's the key. And those experts are the agents we're recommending, Chad and Sandy Newman. Chad and Sandy give you some promises and they deliver. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costs or repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. There you go. Chad and Sandy guarantee. Home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they buy it. David and Heather were in Orange Park, wanted to move to Keystone Heights, get closer. Multiple offers in 3 days with Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Enjoy a great day of golf and support Eagles View Academy Athletics. Friday, May 2nd at the newly renovated Bent Creek Golf Course. 8:30 shotgun start, best ball format. Find out more at evawarriorsathletics.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Mia here, and let me tell you about one of our area's best resorts, the Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa. The Sawgrass Marriott is not only a great destination for a vacation, but it is also a great destination for dining on the Florida's first coast. 1912 Ocean Bar and Rooftop is now open on Ponte Vedra Boulevard, featuring Ponte Vedra's only oceanfront rooftop bar and lounge. Serving finely crafted cocktails and delectable eats, it's open daily from 4 to 10 with complimentary valet parking.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
To your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Presented by TopDressing.com. The Florida baseball team is back in the win column after chomping down on number 9 Florida State to secure the season series. Brendan Lawson led the way for the Gators, drilling a 3-run homer and RBI double to finish with a team-high 4 RBI. Colby Shelton posted his 18th multi-hit game while scoring 1 run. With the win, Florida has now won 7 of the last 8 season series against FSU. The Gators will look to build on their victory tonight as they open a 3-game series against Missouri. Florida is 15-0 at home against the Tigers under head coach Kevin O'Sullivan. Liam Peterson is set to start on the mound. Listen live at 7 on 1010 a.m. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 64 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Come on. Come on. Yeah. You know it! Come on. Yeah. Yes, sir!
It's good to be here.
This is your wedding song, wasn't it?
It was. Yes, sir. And Jelly Roll said he was 540 pounds, and now he's 357.
Wow. Hey. Magnum.
Losing some pounds. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you. Sounds like your voice is finally back to...
Almost.
Yeah, getting close.
About 80%.
Settle down. Just keep settled.
What is it? Pitch count.
What do you mean? I guess the number of throws that you make during a session.
Why are we on a pitch count if we're coming back from a left shoulder injury?
Coach speak. Charlie, it doesn't take long for the Charlie Brown teacher to
What does that
reemerge.
mean?
I said earlier, if calendar year were on DVR, I'd fast forward to September. I don't need all this back and forth. Give me some players. Let's play some ball.
Not me. I want the off season, but I don't get that.
Well, I don't either. I don't know. Maybe, ask Doc.
Does it hurt?
You got Doc today.
Yeah.
Ask him.
I
don't
will.
know. I don't.
Am I wrong, though?
Typically when you think of like a being on a pitch count, it's a throwing shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. So
Right?
I don't know if maybe he's just a play count, an activity count. He just said
Why?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Doc that.
Is he 38 years old?
Yeah, this didn't strike me. I'm kind of really thinking about this for the first time. It didn't strike me as a big deal.
I don't know if it's a big deal. It's just weird to me.
Yeah, they're not doing much right now.
Yeah, I know. So why?
I think
Do I get
what
tired?
I took out of it is he's full go for training camp. I mean, that's basically what I took out of it. No, I think Trevor would.
I just don't get it.
By the way, remember yesterday we had the driving range ball count?
Yeah.
Yesterday's leader, yesterday was 205, or 2 days ago, 205 for Max Homos. Yesterday's leader was Bryson DeChambeau. You want to guess how many he hit?
I saw it, so I can't.
Okay, 390.
Oh, wow.
So maybe you weren't crazy when you said 500.
390.
Who hits 390 golf balls on the range? You know how many that is, dude?
A lot of balls.
If you hit 3 a minute, it'd take 2 hours.
What is a pitch count? I'm not getting off it yet, Bros.
Just the number of plays that you're.
I understand. I know what it is. Why is Trevor Lawrence on a pitch count?
I don't know, because they're probably.
Does that not make sense?
It's a valid question.
I don't know how much bitching.
Whoa!
I know how much bitching we're doing. I don't know how much pitching they're doing. I don't know. I don't know that would have been a follow up.
Hey, now
for Liam. That should be the name of our show. Pitching and bitching. Turkey and banjo.
It just seemed weird to me.
Yeah, I hear you. I guess so.
Now, if you tell me, listen, there's a.
I just think it was his way of saying that he's going to be taking part in he's going to be taking part. Because did we know that or not know that? I don't know. He had shoulder surgery. I haven't really thought about it. Nothing. I don't know. But to your point,
I'm just saying, like,
pitch count usually refers to an injured body part that you're getting back up to speed.
We've been to. It's not like there's we need to run 300 plays.
What if he said this?
Uh-huh.
What if he had said it different? Trevor will be a little bit limited, but we'll be able to work on a lot of stuff. That's basically what he said.
That would make more sense.
The verbiage is wrong.
Maybe that's it.
I think that's what happened.
Fair enough. It's just weird to me.
Yeah, and I didn't think of it because in my mind it just meant, he's going to be limited. He's not full go. That's all.
Yeah.
Trevor's not full go, but he's coming along great. That's kind of what I took out of the whole pitch count thing. I didn't focus in on that term, but to your point, yeah.
It seems like what we've come up with Trevor is we got to have our better footwork.
Yeah, again, That's what I started with. I can't, we need better play. And if footwork helps that, great. But do we even need to know? Like, I don't even know if I would tell my fan base that we're working on footwork.
Yeah.
The guy's been playing quarterback for 100 years. He's been in the league 5. What do you mean footwork? If you are, don't even tell us. Who cares? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I think you're right. I think it's the verbiage that's throwing me because, I'm looking at this headline. Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence won't set date for return. What do you mean? He's returned.
Well, and he also said...
But very optimistic. He'll be perfectly good for 2025. No kidding.
Yeah, right.
He hurt his left shoulder.
Right, it's that time of year.
6 months ago.
Correct. Yeah, that's clickbait. That's what that is.
Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence sets important injury update ahead of 2025 NFL season.
And there's also this, Hick.
Jaguars Trevor Lawrence to be on pitch count.
Yeah.
But will be perfectly good to start year.
There's also this. These things are more like obnoxious to us because of what we do and how engaged we are. But if you're just sitting around and last you knew, Trevor Lawrence went on IR. It's just basically a headline that, Trevor's limited, but he'll be fine. I guess you're informing those that have checked out a little bit more.
Or is it? It just seems like it's a more serious injury maybe than I knew. Being monitored by Vice President of Player Health and Performance Jeff Ferguson and Will Wincoop, his personal strength coach, as the offseason program progresses.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't like that turn. I mean,
I think they're just saying we're going to be on high alert if anything goes wrong. That's how I'm interpreting that. But maybe it is, German to French here. The fact that we're having to wonder and explain it. It's like all offseason talk. It's LeBrandon Toefield and his, cut off T-shirt wowing things. I take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
That's why I don't want that. This is a very example of why my DVR just wants to fast forward to some ball. Because we will grind over this and other things that by the time we get to September, we'll forget we even talked about.
I could see if it was your right shoulder.
Yeah, me too.
Get it, but the left shoulder.
I think I'm going to settle on it's the semantics. And what he's saying, he's limited, but he should be full go by the season. That's what I took out of yesterday's quote news, which is the same thing that I thought before they met the media. I mean, the guy's been playing golf. How hurt can he be?
If you can have core fundamentals and footwork that you believe in and that you trust in those times of crisis, you have something to actually fall back on and play with a quieted mind.
It's so strange to me.
So this is a great opportunity now that he's a little limited from a throwing standpoint that we can dive into the footwork. He can dive into it on his own time and really work at this thing.
There's also
Trev, where are you? I'm out back. I'm working on my footwork.
There's also from a throwing standpoint that it could stress. It could be the distance that you're throwing the ball. Like the left shoulder within the throwing motion could be like if you maybe pitch cam, we ain't throwing it 50 yards.
Yeah.
Maybe, we can toss it around and get ready. I don't know. Again, Doc, good day for Doc.
Yeah. I'm just asking.
No, I hear you.
Like that's what hit me in the face.
I think that's more just the headline of an offseason where nothing's happening.
Okay.
I'm more concerned with the lack of headlines of personnel that's been added this offseason.
Yeah.
That concerns me.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking in these terms, man, we get down. I keep making an argument. I'd be okay with this position at this draft spot until I realize that here's the problem. I can see like 4 or 5 big needs, and we only have 2 picks, right? Like we have said all along as we
What do you mean we only have 2 picks?
If you're expecting something huge anytime after round 1 and 2, it's going to take a lot of luck. I'm talking about right now to get better for 2025. We need big upgrades still. And by the way, one of those places that needs something. Look, do you think our offensive line right now is way better than it was when it ended last year, personnel-wise?
No.
Do you think our offensive line needs to be way better?
Yes.
So to that end, we haven't done anything. Now, we could be wrong. They might be way better. That's where you trust those guys. But that tells you you're darn right you could use an elite, perennial Pro Bowl offensive lineman if he's there for you.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is you could say that about, like I said, 4 or 5 positions. Incredibly worried about the receiver position. Incredibly worried.
Yes.
And by the way, it's time to properly reflect on, even when they had their good year, Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones, Zay Jones is pedestrian at best as an offensive arsenal. Those aren't guys that are, those are average players. So, point being, it's not like it was, Chase Higgins and Boyd to begin with.
Yeah.
It's an average receiving, average by what their, threat is to a defense, to what they've done in their career by any margin. Trevor's had at best an average receiving core his whole career. So get better there too. My point, and I don't mean to make this about Trevor. We were just talking about him.
Right.
But then again, dude, if you got a dog, if you got the guy, you're not going to be perfect everywhere.
Right.
If you're a great quarterback, no one ever talks about what a great line he had. You will talk about the receivers. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of them had 1, if not 2 Hall of Famers. I mean, Warner's throwing to Holt and Bruce. Peyton's throwing to Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne. Just go down the line. Most of them have greats.
The only thing that scares me I like what they've done. I understand what they've done.
The floor, I do. I'm okay with feeling like the floor is high.
I understand that they're ultimately saying, you know what? If you really want to win a Super Bowl, you've got to hit home runs in the draft. I get it.
Yeah.
I know they've set up their chessboard for the draft, so they're not pigeonholed to take. Like one year we kind of had to take Anton Harrison. Whether or not we wanted to, it's fine, but we had to. We needed an offensive lineman. We don't have to do that now. But we always go back to the one-score games. And I don't go back to they have said we are a better roster than 4-13. Well, we're not a 13-4 roster because if we were, we wouldn't have lost to Buffalo 47-10 and Detroit 52-6, Jeff, and not even been competitive. Those were humiliating. Those were expansion. That should have been 1995, not 2024. You can't go it is so hard in the NFL to get beat by 37 and 46 points.
Well, that point gets hammered home when you lose the rest of your games, too. Because I would suggest we could probably go through most teams and find just an absolute stink bomb. I mean, Buffalo went to Baltimore. Didn't they lose like 31-3 or something? I mean, it'll happen every now and then. But your point is more valid because it's never followed up with anything of substance. You forget about good teams getting blown out because they rally and rebound, and it's nowhere a part of their season storyline.
Yeah.
But when you're 4-13, that's an exclamation point to what you were.
Yes.
I don't think that they're anywhere near a fearable,
They lost 35-10. The Bills did to the Ravens.
Yeah. And they were dominated from the get-go.
But that ain't 52-6.
Was that the Lions game?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. That's what I'm saying.
Even that, I mean, that was the week after they had just beat the Jags, 47-10.
I know. Yeah, I remember thinking, well, thank God we don't play the Ravens next week. It might be about 100-0.
So, I don't know. Just we'll see. What about Luka last night?
Luka was emotional, and I mean, watching that scene last night, it just I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You know this about me. So I'm not going to state this as a conspiracy. I'm just going to state it as a fact that is unknown, that is unpublic. Maybe that's what a conspiracy theory is. But after watching everything that's unfolded, if you aren't smart enough to see that the NBA sent Luka Doncic to L.A., I can't help you being an NBA fan. It's what they do. It's what they've always done. They gave Hicken Patrick Ewing. They froze. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if they froze. I don't know what all the, suggestions were. And they come back, well, what about when this team gets it and that team gets it? Yeah.
I would suggest to you what I thought as I watched that unfold.
But Luka broke down because they love him there, and they chanted against the GM all night because he's the biggest clown. And by the way, the conspiracy will be proven true when this guy, Nico, this clown of all clowns, gets a job with another team.
I would suggest to you that I honestly believe that this may be the worst trade in sports history. This is Babe Ruth for a musical.
No, the only thing that's unfair about that is that Anthony Davis is a Hall of Famer who still has some basketball left.
Not a lot.
He's got a few years. Only 31.
Yeah. But oft injured.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's not a bad trade, but I hate to have Anthony Davis as the return being considered the worst trade of all time. That's the only part of it.
You're talking about a first-team All-NBA player 5 years in a row, Rookie of the Year, a guy who loved his community, a guy who was finishing his dream home. It is the dumbest, maybe it's not the worst, it's the dumbest trade ever. Did they ever talk to him? Did they ever say,
no, it's a surprise to him.
Hey, Luka, we feel like you're not committed enough in terms of working out. Did they ever do anything like that? Did they ever say, hey, Luka, stop with the hookah?
Well, here's another here's another thing, too, that is just so despicable about the Mavs. That they dared let it sneak out and somehow that Luka was responsible, that he needed to be dealt because of fitness or any other ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
Injury or fitness or anything else, all ridiculous. And to somehow put part of this onus on Luka being traded because of fear of Luka being Luka is dumb. I mean, by the resume, you just...
Again, this wasn't like projecting. This is trading a superstar. You just gave the Lakers their guy for the next 10 years. It makes no sense to me.
Well, that's why. That's why the NBA did it. They did it because LA's the premier.
I think that guy is a moron, whatever his name is. Like you could say.
I'm going to go back to somehow getting that team to Vegas with those owners. It has something to do. Give the Lakers Doncic, and we'll get you a team in Vegas, one way or the other, whether that's Dallas or whether they put an expansion team there. You mark my words, sometime in the next 5 to 10 years, those owners of the Mavs, who are casino people from Vegas, will own a team in Vegas, and that will be your final proof of the payback.
You could say that the Kobe trade to L.A. for Vlade was dumb.
But he hadn't played yet.
But he hadn't played. He was a high school kid. You know? I don't know. Trading somebody in there, I think it's up there with the Babe. I really do. I think that's the dumbest trade. And again, okay, I'll trade Luka. You give me LeBron and AD.
Or at least Austin Reeves. At least get Austin Reeves.
At least. Who's the third part of that?
I tell you what the Lakers got really bad. They got a bad break, and this is the only thing that pushes back, but maybe the NBA realizes that, we'll throw them a distraction. We'll throw them a white, elephant here.
What's that?
That center for Charlotte, I see him. He plays every daggum day. I don't know what physical he failed to disallow that trade, but that guy plays every day. There he is with 18 and 14. Why isn't, why that trade didn't go through is surprising to me.
All right, we got a big show today, a lot to do.
Sure we do.
Got a lot of things to figure out.
Deshaun Watson trade, somebody chimes in.
Yes, that's fair.
And they didn't get anything in return.
Yeah.
They
got Deshaun Watson. They gave away picks.
Right.
So, so we'll see how it rolls here today. Is Jake, are we talking to Jake today? Or no?
Not that wait, it might be.
I thought you said it was Thursday.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm going to text him. Yep. I'm talking to Jake.
All right, we'll see about that. Let me get the poll question out. It's real easy. Brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Jaguars, the Gators. Simple one today. What's today? It's Masters opening day.
Okay.
So to me, our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. By the way, 4.99% fixed interest rate right now in all Dreamfinders Homes. 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville.
15?
Yeah. They're everywhere. And just go to dreamfindershomes.com. Get that house built, man. You'll be so glad. They're beautiful homes. Who wins the Masters? Scheffler, Rory, Field?
Yeah, I'd go Field.
You would?
For sure.
Boy, I'd take one of those two against the Field.
You would?
Yeah. Scheffler, Rory, Field. 66% say Field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise you in Vegas, the Field would be much lower odds than either one of them.
Yeah.
Field's probably 2-1.
Yeah.
Scheffler's probably 6-1, and Rory's probably 9-1 or whatever. I'm guessing.
Those are good bets, though.
Yeah.
Good bets to drop.
I think the best golf bets are when you find a guy who they don't have, like going down and getting like a Zalatoris or somebody who you can get at like 30-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who has a legitimate, who's like Zalatoris is. Find guys with good resumes there.
I'll tell you what else surprised me. Rory, 19%. Scheffler, 15%.
Yeah, the one's playing better than the other, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Rory's played better. He's already won here. By the way, I was thinking about this. Could 1 year later Rory join that really impressive list that only two people are on, and that's winning the Players and the Masters in the same year, right? Tiger and Scotty, the only two to do it.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it would be. Rory is. I hope if somebody else adds their name to that list, it'd be appropriate if someone like Rory.
Who are you rooting for? Who would you like to see win it?
I like Scotty Scheffler. It never bothers me when he wins, but with each passing tournament, I'm less emotionally rooting for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's hard. I don't get super passionate about these golfers, man. That's just this cushy billionaire.
Do you have one? Is it just one of the guys you picked?
Rory.
Is it the guy you picked?
I did.
Okay.
All right. If I had to pick a guy that I'm rooting for, yeah, I'm okay with so many of those different guys. I don't have a favorite golfer right now. I don't have a guy that.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel a little bit bad. Some people are going to get mad at me. I think the guy that I'm rooting for to win is a guy that at one point, not many years ago, would be the last person I wanted to win.
Who's that?
DeChambeau.
Shambo.
Oh,
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah, like 3 years ago, he'd be the last guy on earth that I would want to win.
Yeah, it's funny. All right, you can vote. A couple hours left on the social media channels. That's your Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. Much more ahead right here on The Drill.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
10 one-score losses. 10 by the Jaguars last year. Example, Dolphins 20-17. Browns 18-13. Houston 24-20. Green Bay 30-27. Minnesota 12. You get the idea, right? But I don't see that as much. What I see is 52-6 to Detroit, 47-10 to Buffalo. Those were the teams that we played, two of the best teams that we played that we were not even competitive in the game with. So the bottom line is this. If our Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be successful in 2025, the future Jaguars will have big roles. And the future Jaguars are the rookies. So you better count on 4 to 6 rookies making significant contributions this year.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
What are the many ways to experience 1010XL?
Why don't we just take it from the top?
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at 1010XL.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects, or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. We pay a lot of money monthly. So if something happens and we need you need to be there. That's what the Kaproskis do. Craig and Chris Kaproski with Goosehead Insurance take care of all of our insurance needs. When I say take care of, I mean it, man. Something happens, you call them, they get you answers right away. Little things like they don't answer the phone, you leave a message, they call you right back. Customer service, man. They are big on customer service. Trust me, I know this from experience. So if it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, the Kaproskis will be there for you at your time of need. Get an insurance checkup today. Easy to get a hold of. It's Craig.Kaproski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I, Craig.Kaproski at Goosehead.com, or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422. Craig, Chris Kaproski, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. You shouldn't have, but I'm glad you did.
The love that a little box from Beard's Diamonds can hold is something that those big box jewelry stores can't understand. As Town Center's only locally owned jeweler with international connections, Beard's Diamonds knows that our little boxes are full of promises, celebrations, milestones, and magic. Big box jewelers only have big overhead and big markups, but Beard's Diamonds sees the big picture of the little box. That's why you can look to us for a great selection of dazzling diamonds and designer jewelry, and a listen-first approach to helping you turn what's in a little box into a big part of your special someone's life. Come experience the local, loyal, and helpful difference of Beard's Diamonds in Town Center. When it comes to helping you celebrate with beautiful jewelry, Beard's Diamonds thinks outside the big box stores. And that makes a big difference. Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Let AA Automotive and 1010XL guide you through the off-season. Who are Jacksonville's top prospects?
I know these players.
Listen for draft previews brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
The Jacksonville Icemen have punched their ticket to the Kelly Cup playoffs in April. But first, the Icemen have an action-packed weekend with the Savannah Ghost Pirates, Friday and Saturday night at 7. Then it's the Orlando Solar Bears, Sunday at 3. All games at 5-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
Yo, ET here, and it's time to make those summer break plans, and Clay County is calling. From paddleboarding on Doctor's Lake to reeling in the big one on Black Creek or cruising the St. Johns River, there's no better place to dive into warm weather fun. Enjoy live music, local festivals, food trucks, and fireworks lighting up the night. Discover scenic parks, hidden trails, and must-visit local gyms. Your summer adventures starts here. Visit exploreclay.com. Come on, somebody.
Out with the old, in with the organized. Mia here for my friends at Closets by Design. Freshen up your home this spring with a custom organization solution. For a limited time, take advantage of our spring special and enjoy exclusive savings on closets, garages, home offices, and more. That's 40% off with an additional 15% off with 12-month special financing through April. Spring on this deal before it's gone. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation with Closets by Design.
Open early and open late. Dailies is always there, making things easy for you to cruise in and cruise out. So hit Dailies Cold Case the next time you're craving a cold one. Bud Light by the case. Plus plenty of singles to choose from. Corona to the King of Beers to Stella or a Natty. They're all cold at Dailies.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Charles.
6.
Oh, so close. Betty for the steal.
What about the bank that helps you reach your financial goals? Synovus.
Let's see, judges. Yes, looks like we have a winner.
That's a number?
Sorry, Charlie. Remember, a solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Talk with Synovus about your potential today. Brought to you by Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The number was 4.
Hi, I'm Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Zach Breyer. When my dad started in business in 1990, I wasn't even born yet.
That's true. And after 35 years and nearly 20,000 satisfied customers, we literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, or you're looking to transform your home with new flooring, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites, or better yet, do yourself a favor and stop by one of our showrooms on Phillips Highway to experience the Lifetime difference and receive 20% off your purchase.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration. Broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Yeah. We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to give away a prize pack that he says is razzle-dazzle. What do you got?
I got a family 4-pack of tickets to the Jumbo Shrimp to be used at any game this season, any home game that is.
I like that.
And it just so happens the Jumbo Shrimp are home this week, and they're playing against Charlotte. So hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill.
All right.
Let's go.
There you go.
Is this? Why do I feel like this is a summer afternoon scene in South Florida? The news reports: Antonio Brown cited for throwing furniture off balcony. Tyreek Hill, hold my beer. I mean, this.
He is Antonio Brown.
He's taking ABs like and running with it, and this is not going to end well, man. And he's just and if it doesn't end well for him, you could always argue that you reap what you sow. But the fear is it's not going to end well for someone else.
Yeah.
And it's just been a nonstop procession. And at some point, it's you, man.
He's a train wreck.
That's a train wreck. And so I say this because Police were called to in a 911 call by his soon-to-be ex-wife's mother-in-law, who's there helping with one of the many babies he's had this year from a variety of a half dozen women or so. Like literally.
Including his wife.
Yeah, we're not being like mean-spirited here. The dude had like 8 babies with 7 women this year or something. This year.
Yeah.
You know, he's a guy who's professed what his second career would be. Go ahead and Google that if you want to know. You know, you can't constantly be, screaming victim when you're the one. I mean, let's don't forget, this all started when he was in college, when he strangled his pregnant girlfriend and threw her down the stairs.
Yeah.
He was fined and suspended in Kansas City for child abuse against his son.
Yeah.
He attacked and punched out a boat dock worker in South Florida, which, $100,000 scratched out leads to no charges and nothing happening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been one thing after they had the incident, where he can't just roll down his window like a normal person before the Jag game.
Yeah.
And, and now this, where the police are called. She says, he didn't put hands on her. She's got a big bruise on her. She said the process of a divorce, but, he grabbed the baby from her and went out on the balcony. Just out of control, unhinged dude.
Doesn't look good.
Yeah. So I saw the headline over, a disagreement leads to. I said, oh, maybe the disagreement is he's got 7 kids with 8 other women this year. Maybe that's
probably not real happy.
That's probably
about
part of the disagreement, maybe.
Here's some news. Very quietly this week, the NFL demoted a ref for the first time in 15 years, fired 3 officials as well.
Yeah, should have demoted 10 and fired 30.
And
started over.
Maybe that's...
Who was he? Do we identify said ref?
We don't identify.
That's too bad. Is he a main one, like one of the white caps that runs out and, makes the call?
I would assume so. Don't know. Other news and notes. I thought this was kind of cool. Jackie Robinson's wife, Rachel.
Okay.
102 years old.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
102. Turned 102. God bless her.
Speaking of baseball, I got something to contribute.
What do you got?
My Marlins pitched a shutout last night.
They did yesterday afternoon. I knew that would happen once I knew. I mushed myself on that one.
How'd the Afraids do? Last time I looked, they were down 3-2.
You listen to me. I'm not buying this anymore.
I don't care. I've watched an inning.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Bring in a polygraph. Put it on the wheel. Bring in a polygraph.
Yeah,
put it on me. Put a polygraph on my finger.
I should, man.
He's checking scores.
Bring it in.
There's no way.
I said I would see the score.
There's no way.
I said I'm not watching them. I didn't say I wouldn't see the scores.
You know how the Braves did. You know they lost.
I don't know how. It was 3-2.
They lost.
It was 3.
Somebody hit a home run in the ninth against your closer.
I went to bed 3-2. I did not. That's incorrect. I had no idea who pitched. I assumed it was the closer.
Mm-hmm.
I know Trey Turner hit a home run. Didn't watch an inning. Last I saw it was 3-2, and I went to bed. So
I don't believe you.
So
I don't know. That's hard for me to believe.
Well, I don't care.
You didn't check the score at all this morning?
I never said I'm not checking scores. I was being facetious in my lack of interest in the Braves when I said, how'd the Braves do?
Yeah.
I am not being facetious at all when I say I haven't watched an inning.
Yeah, no, I can believe that.
Yeah.
No,
Trust me.
It's on. What did you watch last night?
What did I watch last night?
Yeah, what did you watch? Luca?
No, we watched a movie. Great movie, by the way.
Okay, what's the movie?
The Gorge. Awesome movie. You'll like it. You know what it does? It hits both. It gives you like the action and the special effects for the dudes, and there's also like a love story intertwined for the ladies. It's perfect.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, I watched a movie, and then it went on, and I went to bed early last night. I went to bed at 7:30.
7:30.
7:30. Tired as all get out after a long after Monday night and then the next day. So yeah, 7:30.
Right.
Shut eye.
Well, if you went to bed at 7:30, maybe you didn't watch it.
I woke up to use the bathroom.
The game started at 7:30.
I went to use. I got up to use the bathroom at like 10. Been asleep for a few hours.
Yeah.
And I saw, or 9:30. The score was 3-2. I checked the score.
Okay. You were up 3-2 or down 3-2?
Down 3-2.
Oh, okay.
Down 3-2. I don't know what happened from there. I assume we tied at 3-3, so that's great. Would have been a painful one to watch.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Bleep the Afraids. They're terrible. Let me go. You want a spoiler alert for today's game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Phillies 5, Braves 2. There you go.
Oh, dear.
Game over. Now, y'all don't have to watch tonight. You can be like me and watch a movie. In all seriousness, I was going to play it
probably a day game today.
In a different game.
I ain't seen the Braves play a game all year.
Attaboy. That's my boy Tim McGraw. He's got it. Yeah, but back to the movie. In all seriousness, let's get off of terrible Atlanta Braves baseball and seriously, Hick, maybe one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. That good, The Gorge.
Okay.
Yeah. We were in the movie season. I mean, ever since you introduced butter to the audience, it's all out there. It's free. It's a free for all for movie recommendations. And I'm telling you, if you watch the Gore, I don't even know what it's on. I think it's on Apple.
Okay.
But it's got the guy from Top Gun, Miles Teller. It's a Sigourney Weaver. It's got a good cast. Very good. Really good movie.
Yeah. The Gorge.
Polygraphs aren't accurate, they're telling me. I'm not going to court, Google.
The boys don't play.
If you went to bed at 7:30, then you could get away with it. But other than that, there's no way you're going through a night.
No, I'll check a score if I'm up. I've never said I wouldn't. I said I'm not watching them.
No, and you're going to flip it on, too.
Not for a while.
Let me see what's
I got no interest, dude. I hate them right now so bad, Dan, more than I've ever hated them in my whole life. I'm not kidding. I got nothing. I got plenty going on, dude. I don't watch those losers. I'm sick of them, man.
Dang.
I'm not kidding. Sick of them. So I'll be fair weather. You guys play to your salaries and your abilities, and I'll watch a few innings. Until then, take a suck pill, boys.
Won't make it through the weekend.
Yes, I will.
No way.
1,000,000%. No interest. None. No interest in watching them, Dan.
They can make it through the weekend. We got Masters.
They've killed.
Yeah, that's true.
They've killed my baseball interest, Hick. They've stepped on my passion and spit on it. I'm sick of them. I'm not. You can think whatever you want. I'm dead serious.
I'm a New York Mets fan.
Uh-huh.
I go through this every year.
You didn't watch last year.
All right.
Okay.
And what happens is, and you can call the Yaya man, he'll tell you straight up, because I'll be sitting there on a Saturday afternoon when the Mets are 15 games under 500. And it does, the only positive of being a crappy team is it takes away any of the pressures.
Yeah,
so you just sit there and enjoy the game.
I'm not saying I won't get
and
there.
hope your team,
It won't be this weekend is what I'm saying.
The Braves at some point will make a run. And we'll get.
And I'm not saying I'm not going to watch a game all year. Don't misunderstand. I'm not trying to.
Be fair
I'm saying right now, as a measure of like a frustration level.
Does this make him a bad fan?
That I've never reached.
Is he a fair weather fan?
No. I'm a good fan of a team that doesn't care, doesn't try, has no heart.
You don't think
Bleep them.
You think they don't care?
That's right. I think they don't care. They're 2-9.
I believe they care.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't. They're 2-9. They've left the playoffs in round one each of the last 3 years. Their Cy Young Triple Crown winner can't make a playoff start. He's got an ouchie. And can't win a game since then. So, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm frustrated. And I don't care what kind of fan anyone thinks I am.
Hey, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win.
Family 4-pack of voucher tickets to the Jumbo Shrimp.
Any game.
Can be used any game this season, but this week they're playing Charlotte. Hit me up, 904-641-1010. Come on, somebody.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Jeff Prosser.
It's your rules. I mean, it's your way or the highway. It's Batman and Robin, not Robin and Batman. And I'm sick of it.
Dan Hicken.
Yes, it's my rules.
They are The Drill.
I want a Robin signal in the sky, all right? I'm tired of living in your shadow.
Mornings on 1010XL.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bow 9 Associates. Hicken here. Dr. Bow and his expert team bring you the latest options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, traditional LASIK, tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. Are you ready to see the difference? Call now or visit bow9.com for a free screening. It's Bow 9 Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is John Johnson with First Coast Recycling. We buy junk cars. If you have a car or a truck that you're looking to get rid of, then look no further. If you absolutely, positively have to get that car out of there, accept no substitutes. Fast cash is at your fingertips. Just call First Coast Recycling at 904-294-1659 today for a quick and easy quote. Come on, let's take your driveway back.
This is the Mangler. Years of playing football coupled with lifestyle left my feet mangled with neuropathy. I was experiencing burning, tingling, and numbness. I spoke with 2 foot specialists and they told me there was no cure. They were wrong. I found Dr. Nate Riddle in Ponte Vedra. After utilizing his neuropathy treatment for only 2 weeks, I noticed a difference in my feet. I was regaining my feeling and balance. If you want relief from nerve pain, call Dr. Nate for a free consultation at Riddle Wellness, 904-395-5598.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I insist on complete honesty.
You can chime in anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
If you have something to say to me, I wish you would just say it.
Share your opinion.
Nuts? What?
641-1010.
It's crazy.
Imagine enjoying the beautiful days of summer in North Florida, relaxing in your enclosed patio, free from bugs and debris. I'm Josh Molina, owner of River City Screens. We are your trusted local screen experts. We pride ourselves in our craftsmanship and our relationships, because with Florida's unpredictable weather, you want someone dependable and reliable to show up for you every time. New construction or repairs, call River City Screens, 904-923-3544.
License number SCC 131153483.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home at the newly renovated 5-Star Ballpark this week and weekend. Join us tonight for Coors Light Thirsty Thursday and JWB Night. Fireworks tomorrow and Saturday. Fireworks presented by Ascension St. Vincent's on Hip Hop Night. Catch on the field before Family Sunday. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
At Hurricane Grill and Wings, the wings are fresh, the drinks are cold, and the game is always on. With 30 bold flavors, ice-cold beer, and handcrafted cocktails, there's no better place to kick back and catch every play. Escape the ordinary. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Do you know someone looking for a fun and rewarding summer job? Join the YMCA team, gain valuable experience, and make a difference in kids' lives. Turn your passion for this community into a fulfilling career at the First Coast YMCA. Now hiring camp counselors, lifeguards, child care leaders, and membership experience team. Every single person on the dedicated YMCA staff plays a role in making the Y a welcoming and vital resource for our community. Find your career at the Y at fcymca.org.
Equal opportunity employer.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators, and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
We got to hurry with Doc Murphy. He's on a pitch count today, Jeff.
Nice.
He's only got 6 minutes.
Yeah,
6 minutes, and then he's got to go.
His elbow's hurting him, but we think it might affect his voice box.
Yeah. I was on a pitch count Monday with the voice. How are you, Doc?
I'm good. You sound way better.
Yes. What is that, Doc? Is that a cold, or is that like, did I strain my vocal cords screaming?
Vocal cords.
Well, it could be either. But if
travel,
you were,
I was out west. I mean, I'm traveling. I'm tired.
No, you probably got some little viral infection.
Screamed it out. But you screamed it out. That's what happened. There's no viral infection.
Were you somewhere screaming?
Which is good. There's nothing wrong with it.
For the Gator.
He was at the game with all his fraternity. He was watching the game at a sports bar with all his fraternity brothers.
Okay. Yeah, it
happens.
Screaming doesn't help.
Yeah.
Doesn't help.
Strained your vocal cords.
Strained them.
So there is no, just to put a wrap on it, semantics aside, there's no there's no damage to be done for Trevor walking around with no pads, tossing it around a little bit. He's got a left. By the way,
shoulder.
Isn't his left shoulder probably almost healed by now?
Well, absolutely. Yeah, it's his non-throwing arm.
December 17th, he had the surgery, Doc.
Yeah, it was healed. Well, it's healed at 6 weeks. It's really healed at 3 months. 3 months is the point where you're no concern that you're going to cause
Trevor
problems.
Lawrence is playing golf, isn't he?
I don't know.
I mean, didn't I just talk to somebody that saw Trevor playing? I mean,
I don't know.
Could you play golf right now?
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
3 months.
So I'm guessing if you can play golf, there's no limitations to your running around camp in shorts activities.
Yeah, 2 weeks, the stitches come out.
It is a strange
He's in
question to
therapy 6 weeks. He's doing well. You check on him. 3 months, you're good.
I don't know
and then
for
go
sure.
Back to the gym.
I'm not saying I don't know for sure that he's playing golf. I don't want somebody to roll. Trevor's playing golf. I'm not saying that, but I'm pretty sure somebody said they saw him recently. But that could have been in the season.
But to your point, his non-dominant throwing arm, he's fine. And they're going to not let him get hit, but he's not getting hit anyway. Right. So the throwing thing is.
I guess Hicken's point at this point of the year, they're not doing hitting. They're not doing much. Why even state that he's on any kind of pitch count? Why not just say Trevor's progressing just as we expected? He'll be full go for the season.
Yeah, and a pitch count on a non-throwing arm.
Yeah, just the wrong word.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
So,
Probably should have used the word limited instead of pitch count. I had this conversation. Although we could have just asked.
I probably would have said, why is he limited? To be honest with you. I mean, So, but it is what it is. It's fine. So he should be.
Trevor will be fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
the end result.
And there's no lingering with a left shoulder as far as like when you throw a football and you've had surgery on your left shoulder, but you're right-handed. There's no, once you're healed, you're healed.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This isn't going to be a problem.
All right.
Because when you are coming back from injuries that you're still rehabbing, and we've talked about this many times, it can lead to injuries other places because you're shying away from. But that's not the case with this. It's not like suddenly his right arm is going to develop terrible form because he literally has nothing going on the left side.
Yeah,
it feels like a normal
you rotate a little bit around your body,
and that's not
but it's
hurt
not his shoulder.
Now.
No, he's healed. Sure. He's healed.
Perfect. Okay.
There you have it.
Championship.
I was going to ask him about Robles' injury. This guy in right field, Victor Robles, I mean, he ran right into the wall. He's out at least 12 weeks, Doc, with a shoulder fracture. I mean, I want to see if you probably didn't see the catch, but I want to see if I can find it for you, and I'll cue it up here in a second. But a shoulder fracture, does that require surgery or not necessarily?
Well, it could if it's displaced.
I
haven't heard them planning to fix it, so I think it's probably a non-displaced fracture, which 12 weeks is about right. So 6 weeks, the fracture is going to be healed. 12 weeks to get him back is pretty much on course.
All right.
Doc, I have a question for you. If your baseball team sucks and their best pitcher is coming back from injury, and he went to the bump 60 feet, 6 inches away from other professional hitters and threw 5 1/3 scoreless innings, struck out 8 and threw 75 pitches. Is there any reason the next time he strolls out 60 feet, 6 inches away from the plate, it should be anywhere other than an Atlanta Braves uniform? Point being, he made a rehab start at AAA, threw 5 1/2 scoreless, 8 strikeouts, 75 pitches, but now he's going to throw 90 pitches when he pitches for AAA Gwinnett in Norfolk. Like, we're not 2-9.
Wow.
I don't understand what professional teams do, man.
Yeah, well, it's similar we're talking about with this pitch count thing. It doesn't really make any sense.
But this makes less sense to me. We're not in a position here to go. If the guy's going to pitch his innings, let him pitch them against major leaguers, Hick. You're pitching 90 pitches. What? Are we afraid that if he gets hit, it's not injury related? It's the same 90 he's going to throw against AAA batters.
Yeah.
We stink. We need a boost. We need some juice here.
Yeah.
There's no reason that his 90 pitches would be more injury prone at the major league level. Is there, Doc, than the AAA level? That's all I need to know. I've got a team that's running a team. They're 2-9. They got a guy that's going to pitch 90 pitches this weekend, but not for the team that he plays for.
No, it is different throwing flat, throwing on the mound.
Yeah, but he's pitching.
Mound is mound.
Yeah. And by the way, he pitched 4 scoreless innings in spring training. He's been throwing bullpen. What do we got? What are we waiting on?
Well, this isn't on your team. This is the way that it's been done.
Yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm. It's on my team because my team stinks. So I'm frustrated about it.
For some reason, they go on these rehab starts, which,
he's pitching today. He's going to pitch today. Maybe pitch against the Phillies. Gwinnett's right across town. It's a thought. Going to pitch 90 pitches today. How about those 90 against the team that's about to beat you 2 out of 3?
Because I don't know who you're starting today.
Back him up a day.
If it's one of those
Schwellenbach.
No, my point
is
Schwellenbach. Oh, okay. If it was one of the slappies, then I'll take my 90 pitches.
As much as I hate him,
with
I
the
do know
other
who's
guy.
pitching. It'll be Schwellenbach against Luzardo. I'd like to know who's losing.
Okay. Here's the catch by Robles, Doc, and it's his right shoulder. I think I read. So you'll see him hit that wall hard. Boom.
It's his left one, probably.
Is it his left? Okay. All right, but anyway, that was it. So anyway,
I got wrenched back pretty good.
Yeah,
they both did actually.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty. That wasn't pretty. So it was. It happened. The Mets are getting a couple guys going here. Jeff McNeil. They said it's funny. And I don't know about this one, but I'll ask you this because it struck me. So Jeff McNeil, I think he's got an oblique, right, and he's working his way back. Well, they're up in New York, and it's 30 degrees. So I said, go to Florida and work on it. Does warm weather help at all?
That makes it feel better. It doesn't change the healing process.
Does not change the healing process.
You know how it is. When you're cold, everything seems to hurt more. But
okay.
Yeah. Which is counterintuitive with people going these plunges and they're going in ice baths and things.
Right.
But cold deadens the stretch receptors and pain receptors. So it actually is better to be cold as you're working through that as opposed to the heat.
Interesting.
Mechanically.
Decipher this for me off the AP wire. Tell me what's going on here.
Okay.
Seems strange. Our Raptors forward Brandon Ingram was shut down for the rest of the season. That's 3 games.
Yeah.
After receiving an injection in his injured left ankle. Ingram had been sidelined since early December because of a sprained left ankle. He had not played since being acquired from New Orleans. Ingram visited a specialist in New York City last week when the Raptors faced the Brooklyn Nets. He received a platelet-rich plasma injection Tuesday, his coach said.
Well, when you have a PRP injection, you do want to limit the activity somewhat. So,
but he sprained it in December. What sprained ankle lasts 4 months?
No, he had more than a sprain is varying degrees, so he tore the ligament. So he tore the outside ligament.
And that's not better in 4 months?
Yeah, it's probably stretched to the point that it's not going to be.
So the plasma, the injection he's getting is because he's getting a little frustrated that it should be feeling better?
He got the PRP injection to try and get that ligament to fully heal.
Will it heal on its own?
To your point, if it were going to, it would have by now.
Okay.
So this is to augment the healing process to try and get that to heal. Reality is, if you have a stretched ligament in your ankle, PRP is not going to make that less stretched.
Yeah. So, it just seems strange to me. You wait until there's 3 games left in the year. I mean,
if you did that when you first did it,
then it would
before
make
stretched
sense.
to try and get it to heal properly, that makes more sense.
Well, that was the explanation I did.
Yep.
Yeah, just did.
Yeah, you thought
the timing seemed curious on it for sure. What do we got? Anything else?
Well, I was going to ask him if he saw this always amazes me that there's not more of this, but the Jalen Wells, is that Memphis? The one where he got undercut. Pretty incredible. He broke his wrist.
This is the Memphis player?
Yeah. But they were worried about head and neck.
Yeah.
He got discharged. But I'm surprised there aren't more injuries like that. I mean,
Court has a little give to it, but they do come down hard.
Boy, they go up high, right?
Yeah, they're up. When you look at it from ground level, they're up high. Yeah, it's a fall like from the door jamb all the way down.
I got one for you. They said she was, I don't know if it was a him or a her, but did you see the girl or guy in Gainesville
that fell off of the pole?
Did you see
I
it?
did see that. Somebody sent me that.
They said they were okay.
I'd heard a pelvis fracture.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Did they land on their? They landed. I haven't seen
it don't matter how they landed. They landed on concrete.
Well, you land on your head, you're dead.
How high up were they? Like
They're
20 feet?
Street sign.
Oh, yeah, 20 feet.
Yeah.
Easily.
And just poof, right over?
It's a street sign where a semi has to be able to get under it, right?
Yeah.
So it's got to be at least.
No, I know how tall it is.
Yeah.
20, 25 feet.
Straight down to the concrete.
Did he slide down the pole?
No,
Just
fell off. Fell off. Straight down to the concrete.
They were walking across the
thing with a big light that hangs over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so they were walking and fell while they were walking. Probably half drunk, too.
They weren't. Well, they were kind of crawling, walking, and lost balance.
Yeah, it was. Straight down.
Hard to feel
Straight
sorry.
down.
Not going to lie.
Yeah.
Hard to feel sorry.
No, I'm just shocked that fractured pelvis is still very lucky.
I'm gonna. I'll go,
you land on your head, you got a big problem.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'll go one step further and ask you, Doc, is there any chance that a fractured pelvis hurts more than almost anything else and takes years to come back from? Because that's what's deserved. Let me see it. I don't like Doc's injury prone usually, but let me see what this is.
Oh, this is a classic, man. You're walking across.
Yeah, dumb guy stuff.
It's bouncing, and there he goes. Bang.
that's
Timber. What an idiot.
Yeah, it's dumb guy stuff.
This guy's walking. He just topples right over and falls 20 feet to the pavement. He's lucky he's not dead.
If he landed on his head, he'd be dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, my God.
Amazing.
Somewhere, somebody is a parent of that lunatic writing checks for him to go to Gainesville.
Yeah, he's very lucky.
Good stuff as always, Doc. Good to see you, my brother.
Appreciate you, Doc.
Dr. Kevin Murphy, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com for all your orthopedic needs. Nobody better.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Me, Frank.
Frank Franchi.
I just think about baseball.
With Hayes Carline.
How about that?
They are The Franchi Show.
What's wrong with this picture? You may not look like a winning team, but you are one.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Offices in Jacksonville. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Are you thinking about a pool for your home? Blue Haven Pools is Jacksonville's largest pool builder. They've built pools for over 20,000 satisfied families since 2000. It's never been easier to design the perfect pool for your home, family, and budget. Call Blue Haven Pools today at 904-620-0090 to get a free in-home estimate for your in-ground pool, or visit bluehaven.com. Don't let another summer pass by without a pool. Join thousands of happy Jacksonville pool owners in a Blue Haven pool.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey man, what's that noise?
Do you hear it too? You can hear it, right?
Yeah, it's your air conditioner. It's like a grinding or a rattling.
And it's getting on your nerves, right? Like it's eating at your brain and you can't think straight? But it just keeps grinding and squeaking and taunting and nagging. You're not good enough. You're a failure. Why can't you be more like your sister, the lawyer?
Yeah, I don't hear that last part so much.
Yeah, but it's not cool, right, Jason?
It could definitely be cooler. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, We can totally repair whatever that noise is and get your AC working smoothly and silently. We fix these things all the time.
So I won't be a failure?
Life should be enjoyed. If some irritating, broken air conditioner is making you crazy, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
What is the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth? The answer next.
There's always a good reason to compare homeowners' insurance rates. You may be paying too much. Protect your home with a Southern Oak insurance policy today.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The coldest temperature ever recorded was in Antarctica in July of 1983. An unbelievably cold minus 128.6 degrees.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com. Powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
East Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update on 1010XL. Presented by Baker Glass. The Jags off-season program is officially underway. Here's Trevor Lawrence on how it feels to be back in the building.
Feels great. Just the energy in the building, you know. I've been here a lot just because of rehab and stuff and trying to get my shoulder healthy. And so I've been around this offseason a lot more than maybe even typically. So just to have all the guys back in the building just brings some energy and some juice. And I know from a player standpoint, everybody's excited. Everybody in the locker room's pumped to be back. And then, you know, the coaching side, you can feel the energy and the excitement. And those guys are up here working all offseason, trying to get everything ready. So they're chomping at the bit by the time we get in because they get to actually do what they love and coach and have the players around. So I think there's a good balance of just everybody's excited and very optimistic and a lot of energy.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update on 1010XL. It's 64 degrees at 8 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. We had an unfortunate event happen Saturday night for one Emmanuel Thalloran, graduate of Robinson Elementary. Patterson Elementary, where he once sang proudly, "My heart will go on."
That is correct.
Should he have to do that in a public setting again? Should he have to don the large baby diaper and walk down to the sip and go with a passy in his mouth?
Bruh.
Should he walk through a snake pit? Should he be forced to put a tarantula on one hand and have it go to the other?
Do they bite?
Meh.
I really don't care.
They can.
No.
No, you if you got a tarantula in here, it would come with a tarantula handler, and they wouldn't bite. They would just crawl around, but it wouldn't be one.
Oh, no.
You'd have to sit him there. We'd have to restrain him and let him crawl.
Why are we even talking about that?
When I lived in Puerto Rico, I went to
years ago, he would have been willing.
There were tarantulas there. I rolled out the lawnmower one day to cut the grass, and a big tarantula went scooting out. And
no.
Years ago,
they're scary.
Our friend Emmanuel Thalloran would have been willing to do the milk crate challenge, but now we fear for his health safety.
I can't do that.
But he braggadocio would say, "I'll do that. That's easy."
We get into liability issues.
Now the years have changed, and we know that he would fall and something would break, and we wouldn't see him for 6 months.
Just climbing up those stairs at the Florida Theater last night, I didn't think I could make it.
Yeah, that's fair. So we're going to take out some of those.
But we're open for suggestions right now on the text line.
I overheard you. Again, your suggestion guy this go round is exciting for you.
Who?
You.
I'm not suggesting guy.
I'm not doing I told you yesterday, I'm not doing Not writing down all the things. I'm saying you said you would accumulate them.
I'll
pick
accumulate them.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I can, by the way, I heard your first suggestion while I was getting my third mug of coffee. Having him sing it publicly.
Yeah.
If you think that I can't pull strings and before Howdy Doody plays at the amphitheater down at the Daly's place one night this summer, I could put him on stage before a crowded concert and make him sing the song. I could get that done. I could get him at Daly's place before the Tim McGraw show singing My Heart Will Go On. Yes, I can make that happen. So if that is indeed
I'm open.
Penal enough, take a good look at what's coming up on the Daly's play schedule. They got a fantastic lineup down there. And then find the one that's just a real banger. And before the first opening act comes out, we'll have a special presentation of Emmanuel and My Heart Will Go On. And
Emmanuel.
He has to sing it with gusto. We'll be there. Of course we will.
Emmanuel, would you be willing to sing in public?
Yeah, I do that way before Eddie
What about
Snyder.
the national anthem at the shrimp game?
I worry about the anthem. We're getting patriotism.
Yeah, you don't want to butcher it.
Yeah, and we don't want to mock the anthem. Yeah, we don't want to make it a joke.
In public is on the board.
Yeah. And it can be better. It doesn't have to be at Daly's place either. We can do it somewhere where everyone could come watch him.
Would you walk across the Dames Point Bridge in Gator boxers?
You can say no, by the way. You don't have to say yes to it. That's kind of dangerous.
I can't say no to that.
He's not going to jump, for cripe's sake.
Dames Point Bridge is, you know which one that is? That's not real wide. There's not a big shoulder there. What are we going to do?
Put him on that bridge.
Did you just not see the video that Doc showed us?
Well, he's not climbing up anything.
Would you walk across the Dames Point Bridge?
Sure would.
Wow.
That'd be easy.
Wow.
There's a sidewalk or something over there.
Is there on the Dames Point?
I don't know.
I don't think so, man.
Would you go to second base and let Murph rip line drives at you?
No, because I can't get out the way. Come on, y'all.
Can we somehow sneak the walk from here to the sip and go in the diaper? Can we somehow sneak the diaper walk in?
The diaper walk.
I mean, at least you have the physique to do it. And like we said, when we revisited it, we did say it's over pretty quick. And you got a desolate stretch of road here. Really, you're only going to see about 30 people will see you do this.
Yes. No, right. Everybody's pulling up to that.
How about, would you be willing to do the colonoscopy prep during the show?
Yeah, you know what that is? Are you going to drink? Oh, it wouldn't start. Problem. Yeah, if he did the first one,
I'd have to stay here all day.
Yeah, he'd be running down the hall every other segment.
And then I'd have to get other producers in
Would
here.
you be willing to put on pads and let Freddie T run at you?
Come on.
Yeah, those you can't. Yeah,
there's a lot of no's here. I'm just.
But come on.
It's got to be something more embarrassing than would you let Mike Tyson punch you? No.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. He can't play second base. He'll get hit in the face with a ball.
5 minutes of stand-up comedy. I'd rather him sing.
Yeah, he's singing.
Yeah, he's more of a singer.
Yeah. No Henny for a month. How'd sit with you?
Oh, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Ooh, that's diabolical.
What about one of the classics, the old milk challenge?
Oh, I don't know if he would do that.
What was that one again?
Drink a gallon of milk.
And then run the mile?
No.
Oh, just drink a gallon of milk?
You got to drink a gallon of milk.
And then watch the fireworks.
And just throughout the show, I get the whole show to drink it?
I think it's an
hour.
It's an hour. You had to do it in the 8 o'clock hour. You'd have to drink a gallon of milk.
All right, throw that on there, man.
Okay. All right. He doesn't know about the milk challenge.
He doesn't know what happens.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it. It's in there, though.
It just got in there.
After we're done, we put this on the wheel. You are going to Google or YouTube search hacker milk challenge, and you can say, what did I agree to?
Did he throw up or something?
E.T., would you be willing to do a lie detector test and let us ask any questions that we want?
Oh, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. What's your least favorite foodie that you're not allergic to? And I mean least favorite.
Least favorite?
What's something you hate? Do you hate mayonnaise or mustard or ketchup or pickles or no, you like everything? There ain't nothing you don't like?
No food really disgusts me like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at something.
Be a school crossing guard while doing colonoscopy prep.
That's not fair to the kids.
Yeah.
In other words, soil yourself. Put that on there.
Right.
Hand out flyers to the latest Diddy party. Would you do that?
Man, what?
No, that ain't our guy. I see what I'm doing here. I'm just going through what Dan has looked at.
Yes.
All right, well, there's a few. Let's write those.
I don't want to do the hot chip challenge because we already did that with the cat.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
And the hottest pepper because.
Yeah. The jelly bean one's a good one, man, to revisit. No one has had to do that but me. That's a stressful thing, dude. That's gross. He may say there's no food he doesn't like, but he doesn't like boogers or dirty socks or rotten eggs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could throw that on there, I guess.
Spider snakes.
What you writing that down for me?
He said no on the spider snakes.
Are you saying no on the spider snakes?
I'll do the diaper. I'm not doing the spider snakes.
You'll do the diaper
I'll
walk.
do the diaper.
Drink a gallon of milk. You'll sing in public.
These aren't really that good, man.
What do you mean?
Well, like, they're not in my favor.
Yeah, I know.
They're not supposed to be.
They're not supposed to be. The jelly bean chow. Ooh, I like this. What about if you get with our Gator guy and go wrangle a gator? See, that could end bad. I'm always worried with E that something's going to end badly, though. He just lost a limb. Oh, boy.
We just tried to let the kid play pickleball, and he was on the shelf for 4 months. Right. You put him in front of the ice, and he takes one in the throat, and he dies. Like, can't put him in goal.
Dude.
Literally.
Here's a good one. Would you dance in a Speedo at the 17-220 intersection, E?
Man, no.
No?
I'm not dancing in a Speedo, man.
Why not?
Why not? Sounds fun. Right. Here's a good idea, though. If E wears the diaper, let's put a binky on him and have a T-shirt that says, I made a Duke in my diaper.
I made a Dookie?
Yeah.
Whatever.
A diaper one. How about would you let us pelt you with eggs?
Sure.
Okay.
To do a show and drag with the Times.
No.
And you don't play that game.
Assless chaps for a day.
Yeah, I don't need that. Yeah, no one needs that. I don't need that. I got to work with him for half of that day, and I'm not having that.
I'll stand up the whole show.
What about the old canine dog suit with the dog?
What about the seagull? What about the Doritos Seagulls? That's been on the board before, and it got missed.
What
you got to lay down on the beach. We dump a bag of Doritos on you, and the seagulls eat off of you.
No.
That's great, dude. It's great. We'll put you in a helmet and some eye stuff. You don't have to be like naked. It's not. They're not eating off of your bare skin.
Seagull challenge.
Yeah, the seagull challenge. We just pour a bag of Doritos on you right there on the beach and just here, seagulls. Yeah, they just peck at you for a few minutes.
I just feel like it'll hurt.
Yeah,
man.
no, well, hopefully it does.
Would you dress as a Girl Scout and help sell cookies?
Is it Girl Scout season?
How about a? You can swim yet?
Well, come on, man, Mike Phelps, bro.
How about he swims across the South Bank there, right?
I might not make that.
Yeah, it's
bro.
right next to the bridge there. Swim from the Hyatt to the to the South Bank.
Yeah, I might not make that.
Little doggy paddle across.
I ain't got the
Here comes the speedboat. Oh no!
I ain't got the stamina for that.
Boys say Doritos aren't a good food for the seagulls.
All right, well, some bread, whatever. Doritos seem to work when they come grab them out of my bag. How about panhandle on the corner until he collects $100?
I might be out there all day.
Yeah. Well,
right up here in the corner.
You can
get $100 pretty fast.
I'll do that.
No, because here's
some friend would come by and give you a C note.
Yeah, one of our Googans who likes you'll give you $100 and the thing will be over in 5 minutes.
Justin Moore come driving up and take care of you, and I'll be ticked.
Well, but just put a time limit on it.
Guys are just.
I'll do it for an hour.
Put peanut butter all over. Spend an hour in the dog park.
Hey, come on, man.
No. See, now we get into like bestiality and whatnot.
Uber driver for a day.
I like the jelly bean challenge, dude. I think that's a good one because it gives you hope if you're the wheel spinner because you could get the good one and you don't know and you have to eat it and swallow it. It is gross, man.
Throw it on there.
I had them, man, and it's 6 beans and like 5 of mine were terrible. Yeah, you got to put 6 on there. You got to eat 6 of them. Hopefully, you get 6 bad ones.
We're not sending him to an erotic store. Stop it.
Yeah, we're not doing
Stop
that.
it.
We already had him take a blow up doll on a date. That does it for that's the bounds of.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They love these though. What about spending a day on the trash route hauling trash?
A day? No.
Day.
We ain't doing a whole day.
No.
I'll put some time into it. Not doing a whole day.
Man,
what about if we do something with like we challenge E to like he has to find Trevor Lawrence and get a picture with him or something. You know what I mean?
I know I could do that.
Something with it, like
it has to be
like
within the show.
No, it has to be from 7 to 10 in the studio.
Oh, bro, he's got 7 to 10.
Like during the show, you got to go find Trevor.
Oh, he could do My Heart Go On before the Sharks game. That's perfect. He's there already.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll talk to JG right up before the national anthem. E.T., and we'll make him do it all serious.
Yes.
We'll make the Sharks introduce him. He's starting his singing career tonight. Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. My Heart Goes On before the Sharks game. Or at the end of the first quarter at halftime, or halftime entertainment. Our MCOs,
They have so many promos and so much stuff going on. I don't know if
I will make it happen. Don't you try that. Oh, that's pretty good.
They want you to bungee jump too.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
You won't do that?
No way. Your boy got a fear of heights like that.
And you got to wear a Trevor Lawrence wig when you're chasing him down.
Your boy ain't wearing a wig, man.
This is fair. Honestly, working every day with Jeff and Dan is punishment enough.
That's fair.
That wasn't nice.
Scavenger hunt. Picture with Trevor.
This would be good if someone would do it. Bring in a hypnotist and give him 10 minutes with E.
Oh.
I'll do that.
You would?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the hypnotist.
All right, I like that.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Can we just make it the hypnotist? Can just end this thing right now?
I'll do that. Fine.
Hick, where are you at?
Nah, the wheel must live. All right, we got enough.
We got enough.
Thank you, Googans.
Yeah.
No, thank
that's
you.
Good.
No, thank you, guys.
Yeah, nothing any good there. By the way,
That's not nice.
Which one?
Make him take the SATs.
Yeah, no one wants to do that.
I do that. I just go in Christmas tree and get up out of there.
Yeah. 300 E. I don't care.
Okay.
Wear a cat outfit with a sign that says, I am a furry while walking to the store.
I like the diaper better.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Anyway, we got to take a break. We'll rock and roll. We'll rattle these down to about 3 or 4 or 5 after here coming up a little bit later, and then we'll be ready.
I do have one observation / concern about Guggen Nation, and it flares up, and we can't get away from this theme from a portion of you, but every time the wheel comes up, it's Speedos, thongs, and assless chaps. I mean, what is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I mean,
true.
should we have an OnlyFans page? Is that what y'all want?
Apparently.
Listening to The Drill. It's Custom Tree Searchings Thursday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
From Duval to the world.
All communication lines are clear.
Download the 1010XL apps for free on Apple and Android devices and listen wherever life takes you.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, don't buy a diamond in Jacksonville until you check out Beard's Diamonds. Yeah, Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center. You're going to see a much bigger selection, higher quality, and you'll get a better price. Beard's is different, man. It's all Jacksonville. JAX, baby. Locally owned for more than 40 years. Go say hi to the Lupos for me. Amazing reputation for value, honesty, and transparency. And they want to take care of local customers. Free lifetime warranty, free maintenance, free sizing, free cleaning, free insurance appraisals. We're not going to nickel and dime you. And they love our local heroes as well. Military, police, firefighters, nurses, 25% off every day, every purchase. And nobody at Beards is paid on commission, so there's no pressure to sell you or upsell you. Take my advice. Visit Beards. Get to know the local owners. Let them teach you the inside tricks on how to buy a diamond the smart way. Not just engagement rings. Beards has case after case of gorgeous everyday jewelry. So shop local, shop Beards, and get much more for your money at the St. John's Town Center. The only jeweler not owned by Wall Street, Beards Diamonds.
Leon Cersei here. Let's be real. I used to eat like a lineman because I was one. And man, those habits are hard to break. I needed help to stop with the munchies and lose weight. But now, I'm bringing sexy back. I call Physician Guided Weight Loss. Their medical team is helping me shed pounds safely with a custom plan to help me slim down. And their firm pricing means same price every month. Hey, you want to bring sexy back? Visit Physician Guided Weight Loss at pgweightloss.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up?
Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Mia O'Brien.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
On Helmets and Heels, noon to 2.
I swear to you, I know her.
Then there's the 1010XL video and social media channels.
I would know her voice anywhere.
All Things Mia is driven by Arlington Toyota.
On 1010XL. Your home is more than walls and a roof. It's where you breathe, drink, and power through life. At Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to keep it all running smoothly. From clean, cool air to clean water, reliable power to expert plumbing, we do it all. For over 35 years, families have trusted Donovan to make their homes healthier, safer, and more comfortable. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing today, 904-270-COOL, where health meets home.
Your tax refund is here. Why not invest in your home? Superior Fence and Rail helps you build value with beautiful, durable fences that boost your home security, privacy, and curb appeal. With expert installation and financing options, turning your yard into an outdoor oasis is easier than ever. Reinvest in your home today with Superior Fence and Rail.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Abdul Carter would be a tremendous pick if he falls to the Jaguars at 5. The former Nittany Lion got pressure on 18.5% of his pass rushes last season, helping him register 12 sacks and 23.5 tackles for loss. His ability to play off the ball and off the edge will draw comparisons to Micah Parsons, and that would be a welcome addition to the teal and black arsenal already on the edge that features Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. That's Jacksonville people taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience, expertise, knowledge. You better believe it. Janice Cobb, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Dan Abel, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Chris Bryan. Yeah, those are the ITP Partners, man. And what they do is they sit down and listen to you, and they help you achieve your goals. They strategize with you. Your goals become their priority. It's a great time to get started, right? Just go to Chris at ITPPartners.com or give him a call, 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration. Broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's not on a pitch count, is he? Is this his fight song for his challenge? Or?
Oh, it's Go Blue.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh.
Took that way too long to get to the good part.
I know.
Right?
Well, now we got to wait for it.
Now we got to wait for the Mandarin fight song.
We're going to talk to Jake Warnera here in just a second.
We're going to get a scouting report that matters, not from some basement dweller who watched half of a game.
Talk to a guy who goes up
on
against
DVR.
him. Yeah. We're going to find out about this Mason Graham cat and some other cats, too, from Blue. Here we go, Jeff. To the victors, valiant hail. To the conquering heroes, hail, hail to Michigan.
I will say
leaders, the best.
As a kid who grew up in the South.
Hail to the victors, valiant.
Sounds way too similar to the Notre Dame fight song.
Ah,
yeah.
Jake, tell Pross that Michigan's much different than Notre Dame.
Well, I didn't say they're the same.
Yeah. How dare he mix the two together, Jake?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
What's up, Big Jake?
Going good. How are you guys?
How much you weighing these days, big fella?
I'm around 310 right now.
Attaboy.
Oh, what
trying to stay up there.
What other and listen, the strength and conditioning programs at the high school level, especially at the good ones, they're terrific. They do a great job, but it's a whole nother level, isn't it, when you get on campus and you get that whole team and staff and just working on your your body and your asset and your strength as a football player. What's that part of it been like?
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Like, you go from like trying to make your own lunch with peanut butter jellies and like I don't know, just packaged stuff that you're bringing in to like having just food available 24/7. You got like the commons where you can eat, and then you got like snack stations. You got 4 nutritionists ready to help you with everything, and then the weightlifting part, you got like 5 or 6 strength coaches, a bunch of interns. So really, you get whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really no excuse to not put on weight.
Take me through the last year for you. What was it like for you? You started getting on the field now. Now you got a big important. When does spring ball start, Jake?
We're on practice 11 on spring ball.
We're on 11, man. All right.
This afternoon. So we got this week finishing up, and then we got next week the spring game.
It's too bad just a few years too late. You could have spent spring in like Rome or wherever that guy Harbaugh used to take them all over the world, huh?
They did that before COVID, and then I think they did that one time during COVID, and then they stopped doing it.
Jake, are you now a full-fledged Michigan man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, got to finish out my 4 years, 5 years here, so.
Did you get a chance?
By the way, we should tell Jake, we're proud of you, Jake. Man, that's a tough spot. I mean, you went up there, you hung in there, you're battling, you're fighting, you're on the field, you're doing good things, man. Keep after it.
Hey, man, take us through that.
Thank you.
Take us through. Have you suited up and practiced against some of these cats that are headed to the draft? I mean, is Mason Graham lined up across from you?
Yeah, so
how'd that go?
Spring ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a difficult. First year spring ball, kind of towards the end, started mixing in with the ones on defense. We'd do like 2s versus 1s, and then during the season in fall camp, it was a lot of like Mason and KG, and then all those guys, Rayshon Denny. It was definitely very difficult to block them, to say the least.
They're different kind of players. We're talking about KG's Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham, a guy the Jags, I think he's the favorite to be the Jags pick at number 5. Tell me about Mason Graham. Tell me about this young man. Tell me what makes him so good on the field, and give me a little off the field stuff too.
Yeah, you look at him and you're like, oh, this kid, he looks like kind of, he looks a little sloppy, but like he gets on the field and like you can't block him.
Right.
I think he was like one of the guys like you literally like you couldn't block him even if you tried.
Mm-hmm.
He's just so twitchy, so powerful. Like in the run game, like he could shed one of the best run game defenders I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then off the field, yeah, he was a great teammate. I think some of his like best friends, he wasn't like this like guy like Hollywood and stuff. Some of his best friends were walk-ons.
Right.
So I think that kind of speaks to
that's cool
who he is as a character. And he would always like if I wanted to speak with him, he'd always take time to have a conversation with me and stuff. So I thought that was cool.
Jake Warnera, our guest, former Ponte Vedra High Shark, now playing football for Michigan. You know what sold me on this kid after the Ohio State game when he stood at the logo and it was like, all right, who wants some?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw that. I said, okay, I like this guy. This guy's like not intimidated by anything. He's like, we just kicked your rear ends, man. You guys want more? Come get it.
It was a good finish for y'all, right? I mean, that was. I mean, does that we always talk about momentum? Do you feel that kind of like a feel of momentum of the way that season ended, getting you ready for the next year?
Yeah, I mean, going into spring ball, we all knew what is going to be expected of us next season, and we just know that nothing's guaranteed, so we got to work every day to kind of make the playoffs next year.
How's the quarterback look? Who you got that? You got that freshman wonder kid in there?
Yeah, I mean, normally when kids come in as freshmen, I'm never too high or too low, never expecting much. But like this kid, he's a stud.
Yeah,
made some insane throws, and it's just unbelievable. Like I can't wait to see him what he does during the season.
What about so tell me a little bit more. So Mason, you covered, but tell me a little bit about Kenneth Grant. Now he's different, right? He's a bigger kid. He's like 330 pounds or something like that. Is that accurate?
Yeah, he's not as twitchy as Mason, but for his size, he's pretty twitchy.
Yeah.
He's more of a power guy, kind of like interior clog the deal. I'd say Mason's more of like a 3 tech.
Okay. How are you now? Where are you? A guard or center? Where are you playing?
I was playing guard last season during the year, and then during spring ball, I've been playing center.
Yeah. Is that a position of preference? Would you rather be center or would you rather be guard?
I don't care. Whatever.
You just want to help.
Play
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
I just want to play. So.
Yeah. Of course you do.
You want to get on the field. What is your goal for your fastest path to that this year?
I mean, hopefully this year.
Yeah, I hear you.
But just working in that center and guard to get as good as I can at each spot to hopefully be one of the top 5 linemen that see the field.
What was I'm looking at your schedule for next year. It's not quite as last year was tough, man. You guys, I told you that going in. That was a tough schedule. Yeah. New Mexico, Oklahoma at Norman. That'll be a fun trip. Central Mich, Nebraska at Lincoln. That'll be fun. Go to L.A. to play SC. That'll be cool. You got some good road trips. That'll be good. Then, of course, you get Ohio State and Ann Arbor. How many in a row have you beaten them? 4?
4.
Woo. Hey, has Mason Graham asked you about Jacksonville at all?
Has he asked me about Jacksonville?
Yeah, just
I've talked to him about it. I've talked to him about it a little bit.
Yeah. Do you get this? I mean, I'm not trying to open up the secret chest or anything, but do you get this sense that he, like every mock drafter in the world, would not be surprised if he ended up in Jacksonville? And you know the Jags, and you grew up here watching them. Tell them what kind of impact. And I know it's hard to know at your stage, right? You're still growing into that grown man that'll be in the NFL hopefully one day himself. But can you see an impact from that guy at the next level immediately? That's a lot there.
So first of all, I know the Jags, so you never know who they're going to take the first. And so actually, I talked to him about Jacksonville a little bit, and my mom's a realtor, so I'm trying to give her some props.
I like it.
But he kind of said that he doesn't really know what's going on. They're trying to keep everything close knit.
I haven't seen the list yet. I don't know who's going, but is he going to Green Bay? Do you know?
He would have to as a top 5 pick.
Well, ask him to. You don't have to. You can always say I don't want to go. But yeah.
Unless he's going fishing.
I heard he is.
I heard he is. Okay.
Most of them do. It's a rare exception if you're pretty much a guarantee.
Yeah.
Like he will be.
Well, they get about 15 guys there, so it's he'll be encouraged to go. So that would be cool. How's school? You doing all right?
Yes, sir. Just finishing up the semester.
What are we majoring in?
Business school.
Business?
Trying to apply. Trying to major in business. Just applied.
Okay.
Get the decision back in June. So
all right.
Hopefully getting into that.
All right. Now, what do we got in the summer? What are we doing this summer, Big Jake?
I'm just taking one class because my credits don't transfer to the business school.
Okay. Are you staying?
I'm at the 45 credit mark.
Okay.
So I'm only taking one class.
Do you stay?
I'm coming home for the month of May, and then stay in June and July.
All right, you gonna come visit us in May when you come home?
Sure.
All right.
Awesome.
Come hang out with us one day. We'll bust your chops a little bit. Maybe we'll let maybe we could put E wrestles Jake on the spin board.
Bro, I don't stand a chance. He just told you he's 310.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be.
Hey, come on, bro.
or put it on the wheel. Jake picks E up and spins him around like a wrestling heel and throws him over the top ropes.
Well, my boy wouldn't do me like that.
Hey, Jake, it's good to talk to you, my brother. We'll see you later this summer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Keep after it, Jakester.
There he goes.
Thank you.
There he goes, Jake Wardera.
And I assume I don't want to double back with define these terminology for you, but for those of you who are wondering, like twitchy, I just say like he's got that ability to not just overpower you, but to put a little move on you. Well, that's what twitchy means.
You know what
he can give a little head fake and a little.
You know what
shake.
It is? This guy was like a state wrestling champ.
Right. There you go.
And this
just
guy
swiggly, squirmy.
So
twitchy.
Inside that little area,
yeah, he's not only strong, but he can like put a little slide on you before you know it.
A little finesse in there.
That's right. I think that's what he means by twitchy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what makes him so good because he's not the biggest cat, but that's he's 300-pound guy, 305, but he can go up against those guys and dominate them, and that's what we hope happens with him here.
And
at Jacksonville.
as he said, like in other words, if you're twitchy, when they say 3 technique, it just basically they're just saying he's lining up between the guard and the tackle, right? Mm-hmm. And that's where you're going to put a guy who's twitchier. Give him some space, can get, around and through and dominant in the run game. So, but I just throw that in there too because he throws the 3 technique in there as part of how he describes Mason Graham. So just like a little scene setter.
All right, let's do this. Let's grab a break. E, I got a question for you.
I'll let you, boy.
Because you're my NBA guy.
Okay.
Nowitzki.
Dirt.
Is he married?
I don't know. That's a good question. I thought he was.
Did you see who he was sitting with last night?
No, who?
You know that Taylor Rooks lady?
Oh, yeah, Taylor. I love Taylor Rooks.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Well, he was sitting with her. They looked more than chummy. I was just wondering, are they a thing or?
No, at least I don't think so.
Okay, I was just asking. Yeah. I see them sitting together. They're kind of laughing and giggling together.
If that's the case, I got some words for Taylor because I thought her and I were a thing.
You thought that wrong.
I hope the WTB's not listening.
I know.
Yo, she might be. She's laughing at the wheel suggestions.
This is the drill on 1010XL.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Taking it to the bank every day of the year.
To the 5, into the end zone, touchdown!
Follow your home team on your home station, 1010XL.
Okay, for this Cannons of Jacksonville commercial, we need an idea to really come out with a bang.
Like having a guy shot out of a cannon.
Nah, too messy. In fact, Cannons is known for all your towing needs.
So like my car won't start.
No. Towing products. Cannons does custom welding fabrication and installation of trailer hitches, goosenecks, tow bars, truck racks.
So you might say Cannons is my best shot at finding that inventory in stock?
Boom. You said it.
Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors to get the job done right, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit Coastal Equipment for a demo today.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Tax season is here, and your refund can go further at Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Put the extra cash to work by investing in your vehicle, whether it's overdue maintenance, brake repairs, or new tires. Their skilled technicians will help you get the most out of every dollar. With 5 Jacksonville locations, fair prices, and trusted service, Big Chief Tire has everything you need to hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 10, 2005, at the 69th U.S. Masters Tournament Augusta National, legendary golfer Tiger Woods wins his 4th green jacket on the first hole of a playoff with Chris DeMarco.
The Jacksonville Icemen have punched their ticket to the Kelly Cup playoffs in April. But first, the Icemen have an action-packed weekend with the Savannah Ghost Pirates, Friday and Saturday night at 7. Then it's the Orlando Solar Bears, Sunday at 3. All games at 5-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #FrozenFrenzy.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about not being afraid of the crosses of life. Life can be difficult. Maybe today you're carrying a cross of worry or stress. Let me encourage you to remember that when Christ got on the big cross at Golgotha, he destroyed all the little crosses that we face in our life. He set us free from fear, worry, and anxiety. Our job is not to be carried by the cross, but to be carried by our faith.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Cray la va a traer hacia arriba, lo va a esperar Richard. Cruza la media cancha, 14 segundos por jugar. El campeonato en juego para los Cougars. La tiene Yusan por la derecha, recogió el drible y ahora le quedan 7 segundos. 5, ahora crash up. ¡Ay, ay, ay! Caminó, no puede tocar la pelota y la va a recuperar, la va a robar Condor. Y todo ha terminado.
¡Condor!
Houston, you have a problem.
Un problema, Houston.
Campeones universitarios por tercera ocasión en su historia.
That's
time
right.
in history, baby.
En la final y en la defensa.
The Gators are national champions. That's the Spanish
In any language. And by the way, the call went exactly like you would have heard it in English. Whatever they were saying in English, that's exactly what he was saying, dribbling down, giving you the clock, telling you the guy went up for the shot. Now, what you don't get in the English translation, and I'm saying you should, is the I.
I love that part.
Couldn't we just put that in? Trevor Lawrence back to pass. Here comes the rest of He's hit hard in the pocket. Huh? The runners on second and third. Matt Olson at the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And swung and missed again.
Tommy Howe commenting under Walter Clayton Jr.'s IG post, any more eligibility?
Yeah.
Walt replied with, Unk gone.
All right. That is a perfect segue, Dan.
Uh-huh.
I asked Dan in the break to do a little salary lesson for me. He loves the money, right? He loves what this pick makes.
Straight cash
homie. And so I asked, and these numbers will probably go up next year, but I asked, if you're wondering to yourself, how much money did Walter Clayton make in March Madness?
Yeah.
Just how far did he jump?
Okay.
I think that we can agree that he was at best middle of the second round, at best, before this whole thing started. Before the last game dramatics and the back-to-back 30-pointers, you would not find Walter Clayton Jr. in the first round of a mock draft anywhere. That doesn't mean that the NBA didn't like him more than the mock drafters, but in the court of public opinion, Walter Clayton was going to be somewhere in the 40s at best.
Okay.
I'm looking at the latest mock draft, this one from CBS Sports, and Clayton now is slotted to go number 12 overall. That's a lottery pick to the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
We looked up the 12th pick last year made approximately $23 million. I'm sure the NBA, like every other sport, will bump it up a couple middles. You probably expect to make about $25 million as the 12th pick. Meanwhile, he's prospect ranked 42nd, even though he would be picked 12th here. I guess that's an intangibly rich player.
Holy cow, this one is not good. I'm looking at SIs from a day ago.
Okay.
And he'd be fine.
Condon and Houck?
No, they got him going 28th, Clayton, which is way low in my opinion.
Me too.
But they got him going to the Celtics.
Oh, that'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
Wow.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't want him going to the Celtics. No.
Yeah, you would have to deal with, buddy.
No.
It's interesting, the speculation to the Bulls, if Billy's still the coach there, but Billy was at the Final Four game, remember? They were putting all those Hall of Famers in.
Yeah.
They didn't make enough of that.
All right.
Billy Donovan in the building with a program that he built and an heir apparent on they should have brought him in and set him courtside for part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They blew that one, or maybe with the NBA schedule, he flew in, did his thing, and flew out.
I'm with you about the Rutgers kids. I'll be curious to see. They still got them 2 and 3 in ESPN's mock. They got the Jazz getting Cooper Flag. We all know that it's going to be the Sixers. Let me see where they have the ESPN one.
They're not letting Cooper Flag go to Indiana. To Utah. They're not. No way.
This one has.
Let me tell you who else won't get them. The Hawks, after they limp out of their play-in into the lottery, they also won't get Cooper Flag.
This one has Walt down low, too, man. I haven't even found him, and I'm at 24.
Ooh, Cooper Flag would be embraced in Atlanta.
And is it recent?
28th to Boston, same thing.
Well, that tells you he's not getting past Boston.
Jeez. You do not want the rich to get Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton, and then they have Condon going 29.
Condon did not look like an NBA player that tail stretch.
I think his plan right now is to come back.
I think Condon and Houck. I don't think Houck is anywhere near thinking about going to the NBA. He wants to be a college player. And
Chaz Lanier going to Golden State. That would be interesting.
Lanier does not look like an NBA player either.
No. This one has JT Toppin, who just announced he's coming back. He's getting $4 million to come back.
So there you go. There you go. That's how much stock you can put in it.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I don't know why Jace Richardson is viewed as a better prospect than Walter Clayton Jr. I don't understand why.
They still got him down.
He's better.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Fears.
These are one day ago's.
Again, if you're talking about a guard,
what'd you say? CBS was the one you looked at?
Yeah. Let me see who it is. It was. Kyle Boone, who I don't know if he's.
We like to call him Booney.
Yeah, sure.
He's buddies with Trapasso.
I don't know why Clayton was as low as he was all along. I would also add, I didn't need to see all this to think that. I started talking about Clayton reminding me of Jamal Murray way before the NCAA tournament.
Way before that, yeah.
So I think they've been slow to. I just don't understand putting these guards that are the same size as him, who led their team to limp out of how they're ahead of him, like Jace Richardson and some of these others. I don't know why. And you go ahead and take Dylan Harper all day long. Let me know.
Let me look at one more here. This is the Bleacher Report. Yeah, they love those Rutgers kids, man. Baylor kid. Sixers picking 5th, getting Derek Queen in this one. Yeah, I don't get it. Like Trey Johnson, I get. I can see taking Trey Johnson ahead of Walter Clayton.
Well, yeah, because you're also now in fairness. Walter Clayton's a 4-year player. He's developed.
Yeah.
So you probably have a better idea. So often what you're drafting is based on your projected ceiling, and some of those guys to that end, you're projecting Shea, Gilgeous-Alexander, you're hoping, or whoever.
Yeah. I guess they all have their formulas, man, that they stick with.
It'd be like the Hawks would get the top pick in Cooper Flag, and they trade it away. That's what they do.
Are the Hawks? The Hawks aren't in the lottery this year.
They will be.
They will?
Yeah, they're not advancing out of the play-in. They're terrible and they're injured. I mean, their best players are out. It's amazing they're even in it. So the Hawks, they're worse than the Braves, believe it or not. Only they try a little bit every now and then. Man, that would be a bet. Again, this is
Atlanta Hawks 25th. Walter Clayton Jr. in this one
in a heartbeat. I love that. Love it. Can we ship out
pro comparison? Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, I don't see that. I think the pro.
Clayton?
I think the pro comparison. I think they're going to catch up to that. I think I don't nail a lot of them. I think the Jamal Murray's a good one. They're same size, same style.
Peyton Pritchard, they missed with that. No way.
Peyton Pritchard, though, he's
pretty good.
He's pretty good, but like Walter Clayton, a playmaker for real. The ball in his hands.
Peyton Pritchard's a shooter. He's not really a playmaker. Yeah, Walter Clayton can. Peyton Pritchard ain't driving to the lane, spinning, soaring, and then shooting with his offhand.
And giving them the jelly.
And by the way, letting the ball leave his hand while his hand's about 8 inches above the rim.
Right.
So yeah.
So to me, in most of the mocks, you had him as high as 12, but this talk of him going
20.
In the top 5 is not.
No, there's only one guy who said that too. In fairness,
who was that?
Jay Williams. Oh. I never, and I'm not saying he's too, but what I am willing to say is, I don't believe in the guys who are going ahead of him. I'm not saying they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But if you're going to sell me that Dylan Harper is going to have a better career than Walter Clayton Jr., I don't know. Now, in fairness, too, I haven't watched a ton of Dylan Harper. I just know their team didn't win as much as you'd think. He averaged 19.4, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He did a lot of good stuff, 33% from 3.
In the 4 games that Florida won in the tournament that they had to come back in, UConn's win probability at its peak was 77.5. Texas Tech, 95.6.
Wow.
Auburn, 85.5. And Houston, 93.9.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And Florida won all 4 of those games.
I'll give you another little.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I'll give you another odd correlation to Florida's tournament and how it applies to the top of the Big 12. Okay? Think about this Big 12 tie-in.
Okay.
Texas Tech trails Arkansas by 18 points. They storm from behind. They steal victory from the jaws of defeat and set up a date with Florida. They proceed to have a 90% chance to win up 9 with 2.5 minutes to go, and they blow a game. So they win a game they weren't going to win for their fans, and then they lose a game they weren't going to lose. Well, now fast forward to Houston, who earns a date with Florida by erasing a 14-point deficit against Duke late in the second half. They advance to play the Gators, where they have a 12-point lead in the second half and proceed to blow the game and lose it. So Texas Tech and Houston, each at the top of the Big 12, both did the exact same thing to their fans. They won a game they weren't going to lose, they weren't going to win, and then they lost a game that was in the bag. It just so happens with these two, the commonality of it both being the Big 12, and they got a little bit of Gator PTSD out there in that conference after that, because and what a roller coaster those. And now the Gators, we didn't have any of that. We didn't have any games we were going to win and lost. We just fell behind the whole tournament. The big difference you see in some of these suggestions, though, it's like height.
Yes.
You get a guard who's 6'5" or someone that's 6'2" or whatever.
Right.
I tell you what else has happened. It happens now in college basketball. Dudes are just bigger than you think they are because of the size of everyone that's out there with them. That's the one. If you ever go to an NBA game in person, the first thing you were amazed by is just how tall everyone actually is.
Yeah.
Like even guards that you don't consider to be tall guys, you're like, what? And that's like that Con Knipple guy for Duke.
Right.
Doesn't he look 6'4" while he's playing?
Sure.
He's 6'7".
Jeez.
Yeah, Kneppel's 6'7", shoots 40% from 3, and he picked up as, he kind of played lead dog when Cooper Flagg was out, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
All right. The terminology that was used yesterday was pitch count. Let's hear what Trevor has to say about his offseason plan and where he's at.
Because it is such a critical year for him.
100%.
I mean, this is like it. Like Trevor Lawrence, and everybody kind of was talking about him yesterday because, he met with the media.
Sure.
And we started a little earlier than everybody else. Like Trevor Lawrence has never ranked in the top 15 in a season in QBR. Never once. Not in the top 15. Now, QBR is just one measuring stick, but it's a fairly decent
In any
measure.
of his individual seasons, you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's shocking. I would have thought in 2022 that he did.
Nope. Never once. Which is, interesting.
Well, it's
and not good.
Well, I mean, it's not positive.
Yeah.
I mean, if any stat that is doing its best to rank the quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be in the bottom half.
I mean, we have seen Trevor thought of as best as what would you say, top 8 type quarterback coming out of 22?
I think coming out of 22 is maybe even higher than that.
You
I
do?
think he was just outside of that Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, Jackson conversation.
And to me, the most disconcerting stretch of Trevor's career was the first 4 games of this year. That was the one that shook me up the most. I can find reasons and other things for other parts of his career. Year 1, Urban Meyer. Just a disaster how he held himself, and being a rookie. No problem. Year 2, first half, then started to show us what he's all about. And we're like, man, we got something here. Year 2023 started that up cranking. Then he got hurt. Got beat up. Not so good down the stretch. Wanted to play, though. Toughed it out. But 2024, we're all healthy. We got our best team. We're ready to go. We're ready to achieve greatness. And we went 0-4, and the numbers were not good.
Trevor's QBR has been amazingly stable. You're going to get a guy that's going to give you a QBR of 56 between all 4 years. Been the same thing. 56.9. He's not in the top 15, but he's like 16, 16, 17, 17 in his years. He's right around there.
That ain't good enough.
No, of course not.
That ain't good enough for 55
But I will
million.
say this. The difference between Trevor Lawrence and Jared Goff is like three QBR points. So it's not like if you get down here at the bottom, you got guys that are really struggling. Like, I'm looking at the wrong year, but the year that 2 years ago, Mac Jones at New England had 37 QBR.
We got 9 o'clock nasty coming up.
Oh, boy.
Stand by.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
When you pull on that jersey, you represent yourself and your teammates. And a name on the front is a hell of a lot more important than the one on the back.
1010XL.
Get that through your head. Again.
1010XL.
Looking for an engagement ring in Jacksonville? Here's a pop quiz. Which Jacksonville jeweler cuts out the middleman and guarantees the lowest price on any diamond?
I'm thinking it's...
No, it's Beard's Diamonds. Question 2. Which jeweler in the town center has thousands of designer engagement rings and a multi-million-dollar diamond inventory?
I'm going to say...
No, it's Beard's Diamonds. Question 3. Which jeweler in Jacksonville offers an unbiased diamond education, a lifetime upgrade, and free maintenance for life?
How about
Dude, you should have learned by now it's Beard's Diamonds. Final question. Which jewelry store in Jacksonville hasn't been sold a few times and is currently not owned by a national conglomerate?
Beard's Diamonds?
Ding, ding, ding. Now you're getting it. Beard's Diamonds guarantees a better selection, an unbeatable price, superior warranties with no corporate rule books, no commission salespeople, and no chain store atmosphere. Beard's Diamonds, Jacksonville's jeweler. St. John's Town Center.
Hey, beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. Man, I love Zero Res. I've used them numerous times in my house. Why? Because it makes my house look better, smell better, feel better. Nothing better than Zero Res, right? Spring is a great time to get that cleaning done, right? This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. 25% off. That's right, I said it. 25% off all cleaning services. They'll handle it all. Carpets, air ducts, upholstery, rugs, hard surfaces. You don't believe me? Check out customer reviews on Google rating. It's unbelievable. Because they're great. Call them, 287-5727, 287-5727. Go online, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell me what the Hicken special, the 1010 special. Zero Res, man, you spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
Ideal
Ideal Conditions Heating and Air Conditioning is your go-to for all AC repairs and replacements. Just gas your AC. For exceptional service, call 904-500-COOL or visit idealconditionsjacks.com to schedule your estimate today.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
Idealconditionsjacks.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The restaurant of the day is the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Get a Greek Feast family combo meal tray with chicken skewers, gyro meat, gulmades, and more. Feed 4 to 6 people for just $49.95. Feed 8 to 10 for just $99.95. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home at the newly renovated 5-Star Ballpark this week and weekend. Join us tonight for Coors Light Thirsty Thursday and JWB Night. Fireworks tomorrow and Saturday. Fireworks presented by Ascension St. Vincent's on Hip Hop Night. Catch on the field before Family Sunday. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents. Look no further, though, than I-9 Sports, covering Duval, St. John's, and Clay to get your youngster in the game. Spring and summer registration open right now for flag football, soccer, t-ball, and basketball. Plus, all new girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows. I-9 Sports with fields and gyms all over 3 counties. And the best thing is I-9 Sports offers sports year-round so kids can always find a sport to play. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, presented by Advanced Business Solutions. The Liam Cohen era is officially underway in Duval as Jags players reported to the building yesterday for the first time this offseason. Here's Trevor Lawrence on how he's liking the new system.
I do. I think I really believe in it. I believe in the process. Obviously it's early, but as far as just what the main, priorities are going to be for us and how they see the game and our offense, what we want to build it around, all those things I'm in alignment with. I think just the few things that we've talked about as far as sinking the feet to the progressions and to all these things is really important as a quarterback. I think I'm going to be able to play even faster and get through progressions and feel confident and trust that.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 68 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
No, you didn't, E.
I heard somebody singing it song.
That wasn't me.
I didn't say who did. I'm just saying.
All right, couple things. Number one, I think we have our 5 for E. Sing in public, probably at a Sharks game. Correct, E?
Sure.
Diaper walk?
Sure.
Milk challenge and oldie buddy goodie. Hypnotist and jelly bean challenge. And then we'll leave 2 spots open for E choice and we choice. So whenever you want to prepare it and get it over with, we have the 5 items.
I'm doing it.
And we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, come on.
Be ready to spin it.
I'll multitask.
E, this is happening, isn't it?
Need some tape, baby.
You thought it might.
Today. I made coffee on the air earlier today.
You thought it might go away, didn't you?
I didn't think y'all would be so on point.
Yeah.
Huh?
Y'all boys ain't playing.
No. But it's probably best to get it over with. It's like you got to rip off the Band-Aid, E.
I'd rather kind of brush it underneath the rug and hope y'all forget.
Yeah.
How many are there?
Y'all are getting
5 and then an E choice and a we choice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 12.
Yep. So there's 2. You give each one 2, and then you give E choice 1 and we choice 1.
Mm-hmm.
E, do you know which one you would choose immediately or no?
Yeah, I know exactly what I'd choose.
You want to tell us or no?
Hypnotist.
You would?
Yeah, I do the hypnotist.
Okay.
Which one is he going to do?
Hypnotist. What would we choose, Pros?
I already know what y'all choosing.
What are we choosing?
Y'all choosing the diaper walk. I already know.
The thing about the diaper walk is that it is only, 4 minutes in real time, but that internet lives forever.
Right.
I don't know.
I like them all.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't.
Oh, Jeff like the Sharks joint too.
I'm going to wait until he chooses it. I've got some editorial comments about some of these that I don't want to say now in case he does get to choose or how it is, and then I'll add.
See, I should have held mine.
I think there's a couple on there that you're undervaluing and a couple you're over or under worried and a couple you're over worried. That's what I think. So,
all right, well, we'll get that taken care of. Matt Miller from ESPN has gone over each team's draft needs. The Jags, of course, picks. Oh, we are loaded. 5, 36, 70, 88, 107, 126. I mean, 6 of the top 126 and 4 of them got a hit. Or one of the 142, 182, 194, and 221 got a hit. Just give me one of those guys. Give me one hit there and give me 3 hits in the top 6, and I'll be happy. Give me 3 out of the top 6. And when I say hit, I mean these guys are playing, contributing, helping us win games. And one of the last 4. Just one. Best case scenario for the Jags, Travis Hunter somehow being on the board, which would send the Jags sprinting to the podium. Highly unlikely, and it would depend on the Patriots bypassing Hunter for an offensive tackle. We all know that. But the Jags could benefit from it. Hunter, I don't need to hear about Hunter because he's not coming here. He's not going to fall to 5. It's just wishful thinking. What we're hearing about the Jags draft. New GM James Gladstone comes from the Rams. Has used high round picks to bolster trenches. An expectation the Jags will take defensive tackle Mason Graham at number 5, but not as set in stone as one might think. I had a conversation, this is Miller, with a scout recently who told me not to rule out an offensive lineman as a potential Jags first-round pick. I disagree. I think it's Mason Graham or unless one of those other 2 become available. But we'll see. Or trading back. I think there's still options. But that's what they're saying.
Trading back would seem to make sense because of kind of what I said before. I feel like really they have a need for 4 first or second round draft picks. They only have 2.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like, and when I say that, I think there's like an equal need. I could make an argument that there's an equal need for about 3 or 4 positions on this football team. And so and if that's the case, and you can trade back and go from 5 to 10 or 5 to 11 or 4 and get someone else's second, and so now I get to address 3 of those instead of just 2, I would do it right now.
Are the Giants going to take Shedeur or not? I think no. What do you guys think? Yes or no?
I think no.
Yeah, I think no also.
Okay. I think they're going to take either Carter or Hunter. That's what I think. Imagine Abdul Carter with Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau. Imagine Travis Hunter with Malik Neighbors.
But you also got to think, too, is who they get? Russ?
Yeah.
And Russ is not the quarterback for the future for them.
But why is Shedeur?
I don't. If you take him, he is.
Do you think he is? Do you think Shedeur Sanders is going to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
At any point in his career?
Yes. At any point in his career. I just don't feel like he is.
In fairness, and it's hard to ask a question in retrospect and have it recall exactly how you felt. Anyone think Jaden Daniels was going to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? I didn't.
You didn't?
Top 10? Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I think C.J. Stroud was going to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
I thought Jaden was.
Stroud's probably a better example. He kind of plays like Shedeur, or a little more like Shedeur than Jaden.
Yeah,
Jaden was such a...
Yeah. Because Jaden was a better thrower than Lamar, right? Coming out of college. And can run. So, anyway, we'll see. Browns, what do you think the Browns are going to do?
Travis Hunter.
I think they're taking Travis Hunter.
Have to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they also need they need a quarterback. It could be Shedeur.
Browns still don't have a quarterback, by the way.
Kenny Pickett, what do you mean?
Exactly.
So they still don't have a quarterback.
Let me repeat. And everybody thinks the Raiders are going to
in that case, the Giants don't either.
That's why I said.
Right. So if Shedeur, listen, the Giants should take Shedeur if Shedeur's good.
Yeah. I think Shedeur's being downgraded a little too much. He doesn't look any worse than these other guys we put in the first round every year.
Yep, fair.
I mean, he was productive. They went to a terrible team that won one game the previous year and turned them around. They won games. They went to a bowl game. I mean, we're carrying a big target, so he's going to have that side of things, experienced, right? Being the guy and all the attention and the whole your last name deal.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about breaking down. I'm a sucker for a good, productive college quarterback. I don't know enough about the position from a technical standpoint, but I don't think that it's outrageous to consider Shedeur Sanders as a first-round pick.
What if I gave you this comp for Shedeur Sanders? Mac Jones.
That's not fair.
Mac Jones?
Why?
No.
Why?
Are you saying coming out of college?
Yeah.
Mac Jones played at Alabama. All he had to do was throw the ball in the air. Shedeur, literally.
Who was Shedeur throwing to, Chief?
Travis Hunter.
Okay, and who else? Those guys were great.
Jimmy Horn Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't Alabama great. Come on, bro.
But they weren't playing SEC great defenses either now.
But it was Alabama. That's the cream of the crop that Mac Jones had.
But Mac Jones, to me, is not a great arm. Mac Jones, to me, is not a great athlete, but an accurate thrower. That's what Shedeur is. You just throw it to an open guy, and you get good numbers.
In college, would you say Mac Jones was a dog at Alabama? Would you say he was a dog?
Yes.
You say yes? Jeff, would you say he was a dog at Alabama?
Mac Jones?
Yes.
He's a productive player. I don't know, dog. Y'all use that term dog about everyone.
Now, would you say Shedeur was a dog at Colorado? Yes.
That's why another reason I'm comparing.
But Mac Jones is not a dog at Alabama. Come on, man.
41 touchdowns and 4 picks.
All he had to do was throw the ball in the air.
77% completion percentage.
Was Mac Jones a rookie of the year?
I think so.
I know he's a Pro Bowler.
He's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, well, the Giants could do worse than drafting the rookie of the year.
No, but long term, he's not the guy.
He wasn't there in New England. Mac. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a comp there.
I think it's a great comp.
I don't see it.
And
of course, I came up with it. So
and also, Colorado, their O-line was horrible. Mac Jones, was he touched?
To E's point, there's a lot of evidence that anybody can play quarterback at Alabama and have the best chance of success.
Yeah.
Because of all those things. But there's a lot of programs that fall like that. There's so much about Shedeur Sanders I don't know. I'm just saying as a football player, I saw him make a lot of great plays and beat teams that were supposed to be good. Do you remember? I remember how he started that first year there. When he went every week, he was throwing for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. They were upsetting, number 8 TCU and off on their way. Again, at a program that won a game. Wasn't Colorado 1-11 the year before Deion came?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But listen, I think at the end of the day, every year we overdraft quarterbacks, and they're not all great. They're just guys. And there's nothing about Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward that makes me feel like they're going to be stars in the league. So if we're going to argue against Shedeur going 4-3, then the same argument should be made against Cam Ward going 1. You think Cam Moore is going to be a difference maker?
Mac Jones 6'3", Shedeur 6'1". Not a big guy either, man.
Yeah, that's that part.
Not a great athlete.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's my.
I don't think he should go fourth. I'm not, third or whatever it is. You asked me, I said no. I don't think they will. That's why I think if they loved him, they wouldn't have gone and signed Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. If they signed one of them, I think they're gonna draft Shedeur. But if they're not, then no.
Interesting. Have you loaded up the wheel already?
I know I've got them already. I've got to tape them on. I was going to wait.
We'll do that in the break and he'll spin it live coming up.
Here's what he's got. Okay. These are the potential, because he's so terrible at picking college basketball games.
Yeah.
He has to wear diaper only, a diaper walk from here to the corner to buy Dan and I something to drink.
Mm-hmm.
We got a hypnotist coming in for 10 minutes to hypnotize him.
Mm-hmm.
Sing "I Will Go On" at the Sharks game in front of the sold-out stadium.
My heart will go on.
My heart will go on.
Just give me just a one line from that song, please. Give me a little preview.
Every night in my dreams.
Okay, that's a line. We have the disgusting jelly bean challenge where he'd have to eat like dirty dishwater. We have the milk challenge. He has 1 hour to drink a glass of milk. I mean, a gallon of milk.
Mm-hmm.
We'll shoot between the 8 and 9 o'clock hours on that one. So then, 8 o'clock. And by the way, there's got to be something if you don't get it done. They can't give the milk challenge have sip 4 cups of milk.
They got to do it again.
Yeah. If you don't get it done in the hour, then there's something. We'll figure that out if that's it. And then we have a he pick, we pick. And he's already said that he's taking the hypnotist if it lands on he pick. All right, I'll get him taped up, and we'll see what we got. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill. From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
Your home for Florida Gators baseball is 1010XL.
Gators and Tigers show their teeth for a weekend series in the Swamp starting tonight. Florida, Missouri at 7 on 1010 AM.
Mia here, and I'm just going to cut to the chase. What you really want to know is, why buy from Arlington Toyota? How about over 800 vehicles, one lot, 60-day exchange, and friendly credit for everyone? Plus, right now, get $0 down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2022 Toyota Corolla. Or how about no payments till August 2025? Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter-mile east of 295, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, why don't you bring that up? That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do, because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's a Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Yo, it's your main man, E to the T here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskey are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and it's bolder fight nights too, my boy. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? Only at the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch Kitchen. Scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. And guess what? Tell them E.T. sent you. Come on, somebody.
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's superior craftsmanship and timeless design. Right now, get $300 off all windows or $825 off patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires April 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Get the real story from people who know the beautiful game best. The Coaches Show, presented by Sporting Jacks with Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacy Ballum. Tuesday nights at 6
on 1010 a.m.
Surf in the Summer Surf Camp is now registering for camps this summer. Get your kids out to the beach this summer. For registration and session dates, log on to surfinthesummer.com. Surf in the Summer, Jacksonville Beach's premier surf camp.
Plumbing problem? AC acting up? Septic tank trouble? Don't waste time calling 3 different companies. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. We offer plumbing, septic, and air conditioning services. Call 904-862-6769.
Your yard starting to look a little like a jungle? Well, it might be time for a little TLC. Or how about RTC, Russell Tree Care? At Russell Tree Care, they give your trees the perfect haircut. Whether it's trimming or removing, they'll make sure your yard looks its best, all while keeping safety as a top priority. Call Russell Tree Care today and let them take care of your trees. Russell Tree Care, 844-4Mr. Wood. That's 844-467-9663. Or visit RussellTreeCareLLC.com today. Your trees will thank you.
St. Johns County parents, does your kid have energy to burn? Want them to play a sport for their middle school? Sign up today for the St. John's Middle School Athletic Association. Tackle football, dance, and cheerleading. Who doesn't want their kid to be the next NFL quarterback or dance floor diva? You know how fast your kid can go from playing Xbox to practicing their touchdown dance or sideline cheer? Visit sjmsaa.org. sjmsaa.org.
Friendly competition meets great futures. It's the Birdies and Bounces Tournament presented by the Mackenzie Noel Wilson Foundation, Friday, May 9th at the Yards. Where else can a pickleball tournament, 15 holes of golf, food, fun, beverages, raffles, and great activities help a worthy organization like the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida, where 59 clubs serve nearly 6,000 youth daily. For tickets and team registration, email Charlie C. at bgcnf.org.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, it feels great. It feels great being able to unrestricted hold Shay and help out around the house. And obviously the football side, like work out and throw, I'm able to do all that now. And I'm getting there, which feels really good.
That's good to hear. Year 5 of Trevor Lawrence. Can Liam Cohen help this young man achieve greatness in the National Football League?
And it's also fair, and this is a fair point, because there are so many places where it's awful. We're not in an awful situation here. We're not trying to fix Blaine Gabbert or some of the others that have been here. There's been a lot more to be optimistic about than the quarterback situations that we've been in.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson experiment is over in Cleveland. I mean, when the owner says it was a big swing and miss, most think he's done. He's done his Achilles twice. He posted a video on Instagram working out in Browns gear, suggesting he'll make a comeback noting he doesn't have anything pretty much to lose. Everyone is doubting me. Everyone don't believe in me. Everyone don't think I can get back to where I was. But I know, and I believe the work that I put in, that I believe in myself. I hate to tell you this, but he's correct, and he can't. Yeah. It's since 2020, when he doesn't play this year, he'll have missed 66 out of 85 games. 66 out of 85 games. No, he's done. So
an incredible fall from grace.
Incredible.
I mean, an incredible arrow pointed up, respected, on the field and off. Terrific young man, a favorite son of Houston. Incredible fall from grace.
That's best way to put it, or most accurate way to put it. So, but yeah, I don't expect, and I don't think he'll ever take a snap for Houston again at all.
Or Cleveland, you mean?
I mean, yeah, Cleveland.
No, I don't.
Gary Condren, who the baseball stadium is named after, gave another $1 million to the basketball program.
You win, you get the cash, I guess. Let me ask you this. You're a Browns fan.
No, I'm not.
I'm saying if you are.
Oh.
I don't care how bad it's been. Would you rather have to start the season Kenny Pickett or Deshaun Watson? I mean, at some point, I guess, in our rush to make a statement or do something, I'm not saying you can't move on from him and you shouldn't be looking to, but you're going to pay him either way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that bridge has now been burned, right, by those comments. But why would you? I mean, so really, you think Kenny Pickett's going to give you a better chance than Deshaun? He's not, is he?
Yeah.
So, sometimes it's your nose to spite your face, but
I don't know.
He put him in such a position.
I think that, I don't know that I necessarily agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
Deshaun Watson's terrible.
But he hasn't been, he's not a terrible quarterback.
He is a terrible quarterback.
Well, not in his
he is
career.
now.
Yeah.
Well, in Cleveland, he was. Terrible.
He was injured. I mean, was he terrible? I mean, he was injured. He beat Baltimore on the road 2 years ago in the game that he literally fractured his shoulder in the second quarter, played the rest of the game. I don't know what his stats are, and I know he wasn't what he was in Houston when he was at his best. But, I mean, Kenny Pickett can't win any. You start Kenny Pickett for a year, you're not going to be a 500
Well, that's
team.
what Cleveland's been.
Well, and that's fair.
He won 9 games and lost 10. He played 19 games in 22, 23, and 24. He didn't play in 21. He's not playing in 25. He's a disaster. I mean, 58% of his passes.
Yeah, just didn't play
terrible.
at all. 6, 6, 7. There's no way to even draw any sort of conclusion.
But in those 6, 6, and 7, he threw 7, 7, and 5 touchdowns.
Well, all you need to know is this last year in Houston, he was a 70% passer with 33 touchdowns and 7 picks.
Yeah, he was just...
In 3 years in Cleveland, he's got 19 touchdowns and 12 picks.
Oof.
His passer rating his last year in Houston was 112.4. The next 3 years in Cleveland, 79.1, 84.3, 79.0. We should all point out there's a whole year lost to suspension in there as well.
Yes, and a year this year. 66 again out of... Oof.
All right, come on.
We got E? Post it. I need to video this so I can put it on the social media channel. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Give me some wheel music.
His name is Emmanuel Thalorand. He will be spinning the wheel here. Can you turn the wheel this way so I can?
Turn it to the YouTube.
I'll put it right over here. We're getting it positioned. There we go. We have E coming in after he gets us some. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I belong.
So be good. We put it together. We have 10 minutes with a hypnotist, or a segment here on the show where E has to go under to a hypnotist. We have a diaper walk from here to the corner. We have the milk challenge. He has to drink a gallon of milk in the 8 o'clock hour. We have the jelly bean, torture. Torture is what is the jelly bean torture, and we have Sing at the Shark. So I have to sing. What was it? I Will Always Love You. What's the song?
My Heart Will Go On.
My Heart Will Go On. Who have to sing that? You're nervous right now? You look nervous. I think you are. You look scared. Yeah, we're breaking you as a man. The show is. You feel like you're less of a man or more of a man?
Do you want to get your man purse before you spin it?
Yeah. You want your sling there, crossbody?
Oh, all right, spin it.
Oh, look at it. He's nervous, man. Those eyes tell a story. He's scared. Let's go, man. Yeah, go give it a go. There it goes. Milk challenge, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be drinking a gallon of milk in the 8 o'clock hour tomorrow on the program.
Tomorrow?
Why not? Let's get it done. I'll bring a nice frosty glass. And by the way, we'll determine. And by the way, if he doesn't complete the task or purge his insides, then there's going to be a penalty. He doesn't get to come in and just have a couple of glasses of milk and some Pop-Tarts. That's not the way it works.
The milk challenge, an oldie but a goodie.
Maybe strawberry milk?
That one.
Nope.
I think they'll look forward to that one. That's no fun. Ugh.
That's no fun.
Yeah.
I'll spin it again.
No, you're getting the one. No, it's no fun for you. Yeah, it's fun for us. You said it's the one you didn't have. He hates getting sick. He's going to get sick. You basically lost a wheel spin where you have to throw up.
Yeah.
I don't like to throw up.
Yeah, who does?
No one.
Huh? You got a show of hands out there who likes to throw up?
It's like that feeling.
No, of course you don't.
Yeah.
None of us do.
No.
I don't like this time of year. I'll share a little TMI.
I'm already getting text messages from my homies like,
yeah.
challenge is tough, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you don't know what you got into. I'm going to tell you this, by the way, and we may, if we circle back, just keep it in mind. I'm going to tell you the one you didn't want. You did not want that hypnotist, buddy. You were going to go under for 10 minutes, and you were going to be doing things under that guy's control that you would have laughed and been embarrassed about the rest of your life. We would have had you rolling around on the floor and barking like a dog.
Hop on one leg.
Yes.
Bark like a dog.
Yeah, that wheel didn't spin real well, did it? It kind of got off like it needs to be balanced or something. But that went enough. It could be that
it's fine.
Shoddy job of putting the topics up there.
Is it whole milk or skim milk?
It's whole milk. Yeah, whole milk. Skim milk you could probably do.
Wow.
Yeah, a gallon of whole milk, and tomorrow at 8 o'clock, big, tall, frosty glass.
You're going to bring it in?
Yeah, I'll get it. Sure.
Text me if you haven't gotten it, and I'll pick it up on the way.
And that's fair. If I do, it'll be strictly forgetfulness. But my plan is to just stop here at the corner.
You need to have a big bucket, though, over there.
Yeah, like a big one.
I ain't going to lie. I think I could. I don't mind milk.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably do it. Yeah. Just get it down fast.
Oh, he'll drink it.
Just get it down fast. You could probably do it. You think you can do it in a half hour?
I ain't saying all that.
Okay, all right.
I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
No. I need all 60 minutes, buddy.
Holy cow. 89-year-old Gary Player's tee shot went 265.
No, he didn't.
That's what they're saying.
Well, he's in incredible shape.
Oh, no, that's not enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, man.
There's no way.
In no way. Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
All right, let's come back for the
Make the turn for home next.
There we go. Milk tomorrow, baby.
Woo! The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. It's not a pirate ship station.
You must be a pirate for the Pirates Code to apply, and you're not.
It's a flagship station of the Jaguars. 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
All right, gang, listen, the seasons are the seasons, and thankfully through technology and good decision-making, you can always be comfortable, and that good decision-making involves Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects, or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. Trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's Heating and Air is the only name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfy in every season.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
A combination of peacefulness and electric energy. Look at this. Masters updates on 1010XL are gripped by topdressing.com and St. John's Middle School Athletic Association.
The Jacksonville Icemen have punched their ticket to the Kelly Cup playoffs in April. But first, the Icemen have an action-packed weekend with the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Friday and Saturday night at 7. Then it's the Orlando Solar Bears. Sunday at 3. All games at 5-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #FrozenFrenzy.
New year, new club. This is Joe C., and I'm proud to be a member of Southampton. And with the popularity of golf, getting a tee time is tough. But with membership comes member privileges. Enjoy clubhouse dining, expanded practice area, focusing on all parts of your game. And right now, you can join with an annual commitment and get a $1,000 discount, plus $500 of Pro Shop credit. All the details are online at golfsouthampton.com or call 287-PLAY and make a tee time today at the Golf Club of Southampton.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, let's talk about diamond cutting. How is the diamond price affected by the way it is cut?
Frank, that's probably the most important question asked about diamonds, because the trade-off between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one that's not is the diamond's carat weight. You see, diamond cutters buy rough diamonds based on quality and weight. So as they cut the rough diamond, everything cut away affects profits. However, there's specific known cutting parameters, and each deviation from these means they have a heavier, less beautiful diamond. Unfortunately, a customer can't detect all those cutting imperfections. They need expert help about a diamond's cut grade. You see, for any round diamond of a particular color, clarity, and carat weight, there are as many as 10 different prices that can vary by as much as 50%. At Underwoods, we look specifically at how a diamond's cut before we look at anything else, because it's the most important factor when it comes to a diamond's beauty, and to us, whether it should carry the Underwood name or not.
What was George Washington's salary when he was president?
Filing an insurance claim following a storm shouldn't be an ordeal. Southern Oak Insurance's claim team prepares for catastrophic situations well in advance. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
George Washington's annual salary as president was $25,000, about $4.5 million in today's dollars.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door?
Or is it more than
Dr. Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, The Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Milk challenge.
We'll handle it.
We're going to need some...
respin.
No respin.
No.
They want to put you out back like a dirty dog that you are if you're going to be doing this milk challenge because...
Drink your milk, kids. I don't want milk. Milk's for babies.
Yeah, babies.
Oh, yeah? Well, I happen to know that milk helps build strong bones.
That's right.
So drink up. Well, Mr. Miller told me he never drinks milk.
No, he didn't.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Drink it.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's not good.
Is he looking at some of the challenges, or is that just an old commercial? An old commercial.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, milk mustache isn't big. Yeah, so it may or may not be tomorrow. It is going to go, but we're going to have to get like somebody in here to run the board while we send ET out back.
Where's Denmark?
With the dirty animals. Hey, you filthy animal. Yeah,
maybe you can give
They don't want him spewing that stink throughout the building that will linger after that milk does the body bad for him tomorrow. He spun for his loss in the March Madness, and he landed on the milk challenge. So he's got to drink a gallon of milk in the 8 o'clock hour tomorrow. And if y'all out there are aware at all of the milk challenge, that don't really seem possible, apparently.
No.
Yeah, that's the one I wouldn't want to do.
It's not possible at all.
Nah. It's not at all. And they've done it here before. Hacker used to do them.
Oh, yeah.
Never successfully.
Oh.
We had a great one down one year. We were down when Brooksy was little, down at a baseball tournament down in West Palm, like 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
We did it, and a couple guys did it. And
you tried it? You yourself tried it?
No, a couple of the boys did it.
The young kids.
They didn't. No, they weren't young. They're dads.
Oh.
They didn't make it. Nobody makes it.
It's almost scientifically
I don't
impossible.
know anybody that made that.
No, there's some of the competitive eaters can't do it.
No.
Some of them can. There are some that have. But yeah, it can be. It can be done, but you probably have to train and eat certain things before and acclimate your body. All kinds of things that.
I think we ought to do it right in studio, but the boss is worried about projectile.
Yeah, they say you can't do it in here, and also
we got a big old bucket. Bigger than a bucket.
Man, of putrid milk coming from the innards.
No, we'll take it right out once it's done.
I don't know.
I'll drag out that trash can.
Well, then I'll let you. You can have further negotiations with the boss.
No, I'm not negotiating.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was open to negotiation.
Yeah, the boss kind of came in, and he and the VP of operations across the hall basically decided. And there's an old saying: "Pick your battles."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where that one. I'm not fighting y'all on this. Yeah, we'll send him out back like a dirty, mangy animal. That's what they want him in a pen. They want to pin him up.
Now.
Well, at least the Gator boy's always hot.
Yeah, Gator boys
stay hot.
Yeah, Gator boys stay sick.
Puke.
It's not Gator boys. Who are those idiots, ET, that we used to watch on YouTube with the crazy hair? They ended up in trouble. And now what are they called? They were Gator. Yeah. What were they called? Just the dumbest two dummies that have ever dumbed up the world. Those two dumb dumbs.
They happen to be from
What
Florida.
were they called? Something boys, wasn't it? Like the Rasta boys or
those guys?
Yeah, what were they called?
Oh, I can find out.
Island boys, wasn't it?
That's what it was.
Island boy. Oh man, the most annoying, obnoxious people.
Yeah.
That's a bad one. Turn you off of YouTube if you're not careful.
I'm in the mood for some New York City headlines.
Let's go.
What do you guys think?
I guess.
Brought to you by our good friend.
They're suggesting you should train with a half gallon a night. Just get that stomach right.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it.
It's only 11, 12-ounce glasses. He looking at it that way. Could you drink 12 Coca-Colas in an hour?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think you could.
Yeah.
Oh, sure it could.
My body ain't taking that.
MyPVConcierge.com, the place to go if you want to hook up with Dr. Rick Townsend and try a new way of medicine. Nobody does it better than Dr. T. He's the best doctor I know. And my personal doctor. I'm a member, and you can be too. Find out all the information you need at mypvconcierge.com. Hit it.
These are like too stupid to be made up. This is really happening in New York City.
Bird's Eye View video shows wild scenes leading to rock star's wife being shot by cops, charged with attempted murder, starting with a hit and run.
I'm going to question the word star because I haven't heard the first thing about this story. So I'm guessing if like Mick Jagger's wife had done this, then we would have heard about it.
Free at last, Russian-American ballerina released in prisoner swap after she was sentenced to 12 years in penal colony.
I wonder if she got, what kind of treat. Does she have the angel of death? Does she bring that kind of value like Griner? I mean, Griner brought angel of death value for milk for Russia.
Yeah. Pat McAfee makes promise as he breaks silence on viral Ole Miss student affair scandal.
He's taking too much heat for this one, man. I mean, he got duped right on. Her beef is with whoever posted that stuff. But the rest of us playing along, that's society today when it comes to this social media stuff.
Disgraced director ordered to pay over $1 billion to dozens of women who accuse him of sexual abuse.
1 billion seconds is 31 years, gang. That's how much $1 billion is. How many times am I going to say that before my career's over, E, now that we've learned it?
But it's pretty still legit every time you say it.
Yeah. Get out of that. Get out of that. Best laid plans. New York City shoppers stock up as Trump tariffs loom. Pray to God we all survive.
I mean, God. Media. Hey, media.
Master plan. Rory and wife Erica Stoll show subtle PDA at Masters after divorce drama.
Well, it's because this year he's not running around with one of the broadcasters like he was a year ago.
NFL star's wife filed for divorce a day after cops responded to assault in progress at Florida home.
This is Tyreek Hill. He buried the lead there. That's old Tyreek Hill. He's on the AB career plan.
Fountain of youth. Fans think Martha Stewart, 83, is getting younger every day as she posts sultry selfies.
I mean, thank God for Photoshop and AI. This can't be what this woman looks like at 83. She was never some little hot sex pot at 43.
Yeah.
So, they're doing some. But it is odd. It's odd to see her in some of these
Unruly plane passenger throws fit over meal. Forces Milan-bound American Airlines flight to divert back to JFK.
Can't we all just accept and understand that when you are on a flight, you're not going to get anything that should be constituted as a, quote, meal. And that way you won't be upset when you don't get said meal.
Taking him to school, Teen Tech whiz kid with 4.0 GPA made $30 million off his startup last year, but rejected by 15 colleges.
I mean, I would just ask the kid, why are you going to college? 30 mil? You thought the NIL was just going to the athletes. Look at that, kids. Go study.
Tough to swallow. Diners run outrageous scam on unsuspecting small business ducking out on a $140 bill. Everybody was in shock.
So now it's news in New York. If you dine and dash, you get a headline in the New York Post if you don't pay your restaurant bill.
Tallulah Willis makes rare comment about ex-stepdad Ashton Kutcher and immediately regrets it.
You got to Google for further research on that one. I don't know what that's all about.
New footage shows tic-tac UFOs on military radar off California coast.
UFOs aren't real, or we know. I would not have thought. So is Ashton Kutcher Demi Moore didn't have a kid with Ashton Kutcher, did she?
No.
So what
stepdad.
I know, but what is? Oh,
her
you
daughter.
said stepdad.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the headline said dad. Yeah. Other than that, I don't care about Tallulah Willis at all.
So, actual headline.
They said, asked me on the text line, you don't know Weezer, Jeff? What happened? When did I show off so well that I don't know Weezer? Was there one of the songs you were playing?
I don't think I played Weezer.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know. I've heard of Weezer. There's probably some songs that if I heard them, I'd say yes, I've heard that song. But no, I mean, if y'all ain't figured this out yet, I'm not a music guy. I like music, but I don't know anything about it. Like who sings what or any of that good stuff.
Yeah. I don't know Weezer.
You know the name, though. You've heard of Weezer.
I've heard of Weezer.
Yeah, that's all. I bet you there's Weezer. Weezer probably has some of that, like I think of Weezer as maybe having like some sort of jock jam kind of
Is
rock.
Weezer roll like another one?
Oh, is that? No, that's Afro Man, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. You know I get high.
Yeah.
That's
Afro
get
Man.
high.
Sure.
You know I get high.
Yeah, I got that one down.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. I was going to clean my room. That's not been a more accurate song written, by the way. If you want to go with lyrical accuracy, Afro Man's I Want to Get High sums it up pretty well.
That's fair.
Sums up the lifestyle pretty well. This Weezer?
There we go.
It's Weezer.
Okay.
What up, Weezer? Jags will be having their draft party at the Lemon Bar, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
In case you're wondering.
I don't know how they're going to fit all those people in there, but hey.
I think they're
Is Weezer the one that does these, like, Sound of Silence and some of the other songs, they recover them? Or is that someone else?
Yeah, that's the wrong one, my brother.
Yeah.
That's not Weezer.
Oh, it's Weezer's wife is why they asked me. Weezer's wife is the rock star.
Oh, that's the lady.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the rock star's wife.
Oh. She went crazy. Cray-cray. Little cray-cray by Weezer's wife.
Yeah, well, he would be a star. I'm just surprised that I haven't heard that Weezer's wife's in such turmoil.
Isn't Weezer a group?
No, Weezer's a dude.
Oh, it's just one person.
No, Weezer. I think Weezer is a group. I think the guy is from the group Weezer. I think.
Oh.
Or is Weezer a dude? It was just getting worse and worse. I don't know. Here, text line will have the answer. It was the bassist of Weezer's wife that got shot. I mean, see?
Oh,
again.
dear.
I'm all about the bass.
I was going to listen to 1010, but then I got high.
Very good.
And it all made sense.
Get us out of here, E.
He needs some milk.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats.
Ponte Vedra, Beverly Hills.
Locally
Weezer.
owned and operated.
Beverly Hills.
CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah. So they should. Weezer's probably getting rights from the redo with the Ponte Vedra song. That
might be.
That was Weezer.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
What's up there, Michael?
Your latest Jag song was a Weezer cover.
Hey, Google Joey Chestnut gallon of milk.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
before Joey was famous for the hot dog contest.
Uh-huh.
Right? There's a clip on here because we did this research once. Has anyone ever done this? Right?
Yeah.
Because
There are a few, aren't there, or no? Is there none?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
This started in college at Flagler.
Damn, he chugged the hell out of that thing.
48 seconds. Joey
Wow.
Chestnut drinks a gallon of milk.
No.
Done. Nope, just slams it, right? But we had this guy, Sal, who was like 30, who lived in the dorms, right? Receding hairline and all this. And one night, everyone's
8 years of college down the drain, Mike.
They're collecting a few bucks, and we're throwing in the pot to see if Sal can do the milk challenge. I'm like, what's the milk challenge, right?
Yeah.
Drink a gallon, but you have to hold it down to the end of the hour.
Yeah.
Right? And if you've seen the scene in Stand By Me where the pie eating contest,
Yes.
where they, like a fire hose.
Projectile.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, man. I mean, like, an arc in that bad boy. It was unbelievable.
Well, good news.
Yeah.
You're going to see that tomorrow.
Have a big can
Yeah.
for E tomorrow. And don't eat ahead of time because Hacker tried that once. Hacker's done this multiple occasions.
Chunkies.
He never got it down, did he?
No.
Yeah,
not even close.
What happened? Do you over the course of the hour you start to feel sick, or do you
start
try
to fill up like you're not used to you can't break down the lactose quick enough.
Comes up.
Something. Honestly, I think the key is I would go in, I would have it ice cold, I'd pour a big glass, I'd slam it, I'd do another, I'd do as many full glasses right away as I possibly could.
You got that, E? You taking notes?
I'm telling you, I'm trying to
listen
help
to your
you
guy.
I'm trying to help because as it goes on and you see that milk sitting there in that
Now you
gallon,
still got half left.
Mentally, you're done.
Oh,
after
good
30
call.
minutes, you're like, oh, that's too much left.
See, the problem for me is if I had to do it, I would want to eat like a cookie or something.
Well, all right, maybe
Nibble on
a
something.
cookie or something like
Something
that.
sweet to.
I can definitely, drink two
I
big
love milk.
12-ounce glasses of milk when I eat something like cake or pie
Well,
or
what is
cookies.
it, 128
Right. No,
ounces?
it's 11. It's 11 12-ounce glasses. 100. Yeah, so that's not 2 glasses. I mean, 2 glasses of milk, you feel it if you're at home. Very rarely, if you really think about it, very rarely do you go for a second full glass of milk.
No.
If you have a glass, you might give yourself a little splash. Yeah, just to finish up that last bite of cake.
Jacksonville is clamoring to watch this tomorrow.
Reason to come in early.
Oh, Dilly, we need you at 9 tomorrow.
Yeah, Dylan, you have to get in here.
I've already warned him.
Maybe a little earlier. He's doing it at 8.
Oh, we can do it at 9. That way Dylan doesn't have to come in that early.
8:30.
All right.
Yeah, because we want him to be part of the show. If he does it at 9, he ain't going to get sick until after everyone's done.
Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. What do you got coming up today, Mike?
We got John Shipley in studio. Will not be performing any eating or drinking challenges today. Just talking all kinds of Jaguar stuff with 2 weeks out.
I got a little hung up this morning on the pitch count thing. Like, why does he need a pitch count if it's his left shoulder? I kind of got confused. Maybe it was just the wording. I don't know, but it just seemed a little odd to me.
Yeah, I guess it's, you can still, if you're moving around, throwing, you can still tweak
He's
something.
4 months. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, I'm
I hope there's nothing more there. I don't think there is. He'll be fine by training camp. He's fine now to me, but I guess we'll see.
If they had a game this week, he'd play. I believe that.
I think so.
Yeah. Because he's healed.
Yeah.
I mean, according to Doc Murphy, when this surgery happened, it's healed. There's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
He's totally healed.
It's just weird.
Look, he's gotten banged up a little bit in the last few years.
That's
so
true.
they're probably just trying to keep him as healthy as possible.
Fair enough. Have a great show. All
right, thank you.
Mike and Tony coming up. Shipley as well. Yeah.
I'll leave you with this from the text line because all the milk challenge experts are coming through. This is think about this before you go to sleep tonight. Your stomach turns the milk to mozzarella cheese consistency because it can't break down the fats from the milk. So
thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look forward to purging mozzarella cheese for 20 or so minutes. Oh, man. I'm sorry, E.
Hey, It's cool. Like the hazing continues. It's cool.
He needs some milk.
The drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Sometimes life is a game of inches.